Welcome to the BattleGround of the Gods.
Welcome, challengers, to BattleGround of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I'm your host today, Fro Double G, and joining me we have Famous Freak 33 EST.
Out of all the guests we've ever had, I'm the most excited for this one.
Willow, _1771.
What's going on, bots? I am super excited about our guest today, too.
And our guests with an S today is Magllini.
Yo.
Leaf Warrior.
What? Cream.
And Brutal Poseidon.
Leaving the best for last.
Oh, God. I'm so glad you just, came at it. What? Cream?
Well, real quick, let's not get too sidetracked here. These three fellows are joining us from the YouTube channel Brutal Magllini time?
Magllini.
Magllini.
With the Batman symbol.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't read.
With the Batman symbol.
Yeah. We decided that it would be worthwhile to make our name as hard as possible to spell and speak so that we would never get famous.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Valid.
Top tier
understandable.
choices.
So, why don't you guys go ahead and explain to everyone who may not know you who exactly you guys are and what you do.
Who dis?
New phone, who dis?
All right, so we tend to look at the game and we wonder, how can we break this any more than it already is?
Well, not entirely. I usually, when I think of something, I'm thinking, how could I make the opposing player suffer as much as possible? And then that is what I think in making our evil ideas. You know, like teleporting to.
That's why it works so well.
That's why, when I teleport to someone's ward to kill them as soon in their base, they had a 41-second death timer, and now they have another 41-second death timer immediately. For me,
it's
that's hilarious.
Well, if I'm playing jungle and they have a Scylla that's 10-0, I make it my duty to make sure she can't play the game. But I mean that in the sense of I'm just gonna piss her off. You guys literally don't allow people to play the game.
I believe the saying goes, "We're not here to win. We're here to make everybody else lose."
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Valid.
The perfect
Valid.
description.
We just try to make it fun at the same time, even when we do stupid stuff like that. Yeah, I think that about nails it. We just try to play as stupidly as possible and try to make it work.
Yeah.
Well, the stupid sure does work a lot.
You'd be surprised.
When you're one-shotting people with on-her crits.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
That was filthy.
Great.
That was absolutely
but you don't
disgusting.
all the preparation that goes into those one shots. Holy crap, man!
It's a
Right.
nightmare.
And then it fails. It fails 90% of the time,
Yeah,
but we don't
but-
put those
I'm
in the
sure.
vid.
Yeah, but the research that goes into it. We go there and we go to jungle practice with our team of lab monkeys that are all sitting around trying to crank out all the numbers, being like, all right, if we grab the 25% of Rakdos and we add in a Fafnir and then a second Fafnir that would be a Morrigan, and then we estimate about Squeaky Toy's damage, but we can boost it up to marshmallows, and that is how it's done.
Yeah.
Eventually we come up with the ideas of it'd be great if we just erase an entire team, and we decided to go for 2 new was with Fafnir buff. That was amazing.
That was, out of everything you guys have done, that is the one I want to get a crew together and do the most. That was just gorgeous.
It's so fucking filthy, and they have to build protections, or else you'll wipe them every single time they spawn.
It turns the game around super easily.
Yeah, we were
pushing left lane. They were pushing left lane. We both ulted. All of their damage were gone. The only thing that were left were just the tanks, and they were at half HP.
Yeah, they were nailing us to a cross, and then as soon as we got everything, we just started to turn in the game immediately. They built protections. They were using their Aegises on our ults at full health. Oh, absolutely beautiful to witness.
It's not even gorgeous. It's fucking eldritch.
Eldritch!
I'm a fellow
You
nerd.
win,
I
good sir.
appreciate the Eldritch comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are just a bunch of memers, basically.
Yeah, pretty
Keep it
much.
short.
But
Allegedly.
the greatest Smite memes you'll ever see.
Allegedly,
Sure.
I was a pretty big fan of on the Clash map, Ymir teleporting to a ward, immediately getting ulted by Khepri before he teleports to walk into their fountain, to ult, to kill their hell, die, and then come back to Khepri at your fountain.
Oh yeah,
That was the hardest thing we've ever done.
I believe it. I believe.
No joke.
that was
We
hard.
actually did it. We actually did it before, but there's an absolutely tragic thing that
Oh
happened.
my god, yeah.
All of our footage got corrupted, and we got a double one-shot kill.
Oh no.
We got a double one-shot kill in their base.
Yeah.
I don't think
It
we
was-
were in Discord
Oh.
for a day after that. Like, I think we took a time for mourning when
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
that footage was
feel like
corrupted.
I
Because
would
it wasn't, it wasn't just Snort. It was also my footage corrupted.
And we have the tombstone somewhere around here.
Yeah, everyone. Dick wasn't looking at the kill, so he was looking somewhere else, so he wasn't able to see it. It was terrible.
I
dude.
wasn't there. I was at a
Yeah.
conference at the time. I wasn't there.
I ran out of disk space, Snorts got corrupted, and we just cried.
It was absolutely
Sounds
tragic.
like our Alpha Jackal episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Our very first guest, Alpha Jackal, comes on and we lose all of Fro's audio.
No, half of it. Half of it.
Dude.
Or half of it, yeah.
Literally just goes corrupted, digital sounding, just absolute garbage. On top of that, another person spilt a drink on their keyboard during that recording. So we were all fucking concerned that his PC might fuck up that way. And another person was recording in the middle of a hurricane.
Oh my god. Do they live in Florida, by the way?
Georgia. Live in
Okay.
Georgia.
That's
Hey, close
close.
enough. Close enough.
Yeah,
They
close.
live somewhere where the insurance costs more than the mortgage payment. That's about all I know.
Right.
But no, it's just saying that. Oh, we record during a hurricane. I can just imagine if Richard and I had stayed in Florida, we probably would have done the same thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we would have been there with the fucking of the hurricane, just absolutely happy about it. It like there were times actually we recorded while we moved here in Germany. Well, I'm here in Germany. There was a tree outside of my house in my last flat, and every summer there would just be a ton of birds.
Oh, those
And you
damn
could hear
crows, dude. Oh my god.
Birds.
In the recording, every time there would just be a crow, just
And
I remember,
it was-
I remember one time I actually said a pun. No one said anything, and then a crow in the distance. Richard goes.
Convenient timing.
I don't remember what Richard said. He goes like, "See, even he doesn't like it."
No, I think I remember saying something about crow-teen, and then immediately
Yeah.
all the
Oh
crows
my
in your
God, yeah,
background.
the
Oh, I did. I watched that video today. I was just scanning through a bunch of your videos, and I happened to. That was like a year or so ago now, and I
Fucking
happened to just
protein.
watch that, and you're just like something, crow-teen, and there's Hercules with a crow head on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I don't live in a place with birds anymore. Now I live in a place with children, but they don't really
I'll take
scream
the
too
birds.
much.
Yeah, children are louder.
Yeah, the kids don't really
I
scream
mean,
too much.
what are you talking about, Rico? You used to live with children.
I have 3
Oh,
kids
yeah.
of my own. I'll take the birds.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
my
You only
sister's
have to-
downstairs with my daughter at this very moment for that reason.
You only have to take care. You only have to get annoyed by the birds only half of the year. Then they fly south, and then you don't see them for half a year.
Yeah, see, but I live in a little small-ass village, right? And there's literally a park and a couple basketball courts, and that's all there is for kids to do around here. And the basketball courts are, like, kitty corner from my house. So, and I used to work thirds. So I'd be trying to sleep during the summer and all, I'd hear some fucking basketball bouncing all fucking day long. Numerous of them, because there's literally nothing else to do around here. And it's like, oh my fucking God, you kids are killing me.
It sounds maddening.
Yeah. And that sound really gets ingrained in your brain. The fucking
Yeah.
boong, boong, boong.
Honestly,
In my bed,
Why don't
right?
Why don't
The
they play
head of the
video
bed's
games like
right
normal
by a
kids?
window, so I could like open the window, right, get some fresh air in there. No, these kids like go outside and do stupid shit like that. No, fuck that.
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
know.
Fuck,
What are they
dude.
doing?
Who needs
Kids going
exercise?
outside. Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
Should have bought them a Switch.
Yeah.
They're just LARPing Fortnite.
Yeah, I want to switch though.
yeah. We're saving up for a Switch right now.
For 2 switches actually.
Dude, Smite on Switch is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I wouldn't
There's
be getting it
something
for
about-
Smite.
There's something about it that like you just don't care so every game is just like whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
It's like I don't expect to be good because I'm playing on a Switch sitting on my toilet. So my gameplay is gonna be kind of shit. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute, you're sitting on your toilet for like 20 to 30 minutes?
No, but you can.
How else?
You could.
how
You
else
gotta
is it
take a
gonna
shit
wait out
mid
the
game. Go
erection?
take a shit. Like you can do it.
You don't get like numb butt
Time-
cheeks.
Oh, I
I'm
do.
not sitting there
My
the whole
feet fall
time.
asleep.
Yeah.
Is it bad that if I had a Switch and I did that, I'd be trying to time my poops with my Thor alts?
No, you sit
Rip
there,
a
you're
fat
playing, and
one.
you're like, oh man, I'm about to do what my teammates are doing, shit my pants. So I need to just go, grab the Switch, walk down. You're good.
Oh man, rip a fat one as soon as you land on somebody.
Rip a fat one.
I mean, that's what we like to do. We just like to take shits on people, except that you do it literally.
Literally.
Right.
All right, boys. I feel like we're getting sidetracked here. Why don't we go ahead and get into our games this week? Famous or Willow? One of you two want to start?
Go ahead, Famous.
Well, we just played fucking all-out assault like all week.
Oh yeah.
We played some Conquest games, but we were pretty much we were like, oh, BMT's coming on the show. All right, all-out assault. We're just gonna meme on people all week. That's all we're doing.
How did that
Fuck,
go?
what did we do? Oh, it went well. I mean, we did all 5 Guan Yus. That was fun.
5 gun use, and that worked out.
Hey, what do you mean? It
Oh,
always
yeah.
works out. What are you talking about?
No,
You
we
can
It
try-
was
okay. No, it
disgusting.
In
It worked
All-Out
out.
Assault, you have the standard 40, and you can build up to 80. And as soon as Guan
Yeah.
gets, I think it's 70%, your heal,
Yeah.
you can insta-cast it over and over
Yeah.
and over and over and over.
Yeah,
Just tick, tick, tick,
absolutely.
tick, 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 tick.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's instant. Of course, you shred all the protections
No,
too because the shred.
I know
stats.
we've done the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and 1 retard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's
Yep.
the problem is you had the retard.
yeah, I know.
Uh-huh.
We wanted the 5th.
Yeah.
We did the 5 Apocalypse Horsemen's ourselves.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, now we did something. I want your boys' opinion on this because I don't know if you ran into this, but we ran into it and then we did it, and I personally think it's hilarious. I know Fro loves it too. 5 AMCs.
5 almost in
We haven't done that one yet, but the honey would be atrocious.
Once. We've done that once, but that was ages ago. I think that was like it's been so long since we've done like
Yeah,
all assault, like all pick gods. We haven't done that in like the longest time.
If you do
Actually.
AMCs,
Hot
you
minute.
can build a wall of hives
A wall.
so fucking thick that you can't see through.
Oh my god, that sounds hilarious.
Mhm.
Just build a
The worst
wall.
part is we were playing AA gods, like Famous and I were. I don't remember who we were playing, but we couldn't. We'd literally like pick off one, get them in a tree, and quickly everybody shoot all these fucking beehives down.
Yeah.
And then
Our
potentially
tanks
get
would
in-
try and get to them, but we're sitting there for like 30 seconds just killing fucking beehives.
Yeah,
and they got their
that's a
fucking
different
honey that
antidote.
they applied for so long, and they had like 2 brawlers, 2 crushers, and it's like, oh my god, I can't heal. They're just constantly ticking me with the honey.
All right, Richard, are you taking notes?
No.
Oh, okay. You want
Yes,
some notes
now.
to take? Another game we did, 5 Chronos.
Don't worry.
5 Chronos?
That was
Oh,
amazing.
right,
we
yeah,
did
yeah.
that. 5
No,
Chronos, we
It's
did
the
that.
Olympics.
I think we saw a team do it, and then we're like, oh, we should do that, and then we stopped doing it, and then I don't think we did it. I think we saw someone do that.
No, I think
Alright,
we
so-
tried it.
Right out the gate, if you build a Chronos pendant, you got your 60% CDR. You can keep your 2 active constantly. Like, it does not stop.
Yeah.
And so literally it'll just be like, all right, well, I need to heal up. Keep it on the 1 for a while, the 1 zone. And then you'd go to like attack a tower, and we're like, switch to auto attack, and everyone switches to auto attack, and we just start slapping that motherfucker. And the
That's
best
just
part
God.
is, like, if one person hits their 3, you got 4 more coming that are guaranteed, and they're all that like staggered stun to it. It's so fucking great. We were holding a Hercules down in place to the point where he just like stopped and just started jumping. He's like, I'm so fucked. I can't go anywhere. He couldn't do shit. He ult and then
Dude, the
he just
healing
immediately
zone.
die.
The healing zone on Chronos is probably what I see used the least and is underestimated the most. Like everybody uses the auto boost in the mana, right? Like if you need to clear
Yeah.
wave, use mana. If you want to attack, use the autos. But like the sustain you get from the healing zone is actually significant.
Really,
It's really nice.
fucking good.
Especially when it's constantly up.
Yeah, especially when it's constantly up. I play
Yeah.
Chronos in the ADC lane. Like I really like that one stance.
See, when I hear that, it makes me want to go like Stone of Gaia Male Renewal, like an HP 5 build, like all
Oh,
6
yeah,
items
yeah.
on Chronos, and then also do the one stance and just see how massive you can get.
Okay, and we got our Hat of Purgatory for the week, Famous. You can go ahead and put that in the show notes.
Like it's like
Healthy Chronos.
I think that's pretty characteristic of us at BMT is like we take an idea that's like good and then we try to figure out how far we can push it before we start to truly become insane. Like
Well, truly become insane where we're at. Yeah. I
fair.
don't,
I mean, the things you've done are unforgivable.
It's true. I mean, my proudest moment in all of my games this week is kind of on the brink of insanity, thanks to you guys. That's like the one thing I actually want to talk about. So I'm in an assault game. I got Najah. I got 3 tanks, so I say, fuck it, I'm going full crit. I think I had Rage and Deathbringer, Jotuns, and Boots at this point. I upgrade my teleport.
Oh my
I
god.
put down a ward. We get into a team fight. I die. It's all right. Got the teleport. I teleport in. Full health Scylla. Right next to it. I 3 her. Alter. Spam laugher as we hit the ground. Kill her with a basic.
Can we get a round of fucking applause for this guy right now? Like,
Absolutely.
Just for being
Absolutely.
yep.
My
Beautiful.
boys.
Beautiful.
That is so good.
Thank you.
No one ever suspects the teleport in Salt. No
Never.
one suspects
No,
it.
they don't. Like, the Scylla was literally a foot in front of this ward looking at the team fight, didn't see it coming, and just...
Oh,
Poor thing.
since we
Had it coming.
do this so often, sometimes the enemy team puts down a ward, and I just immediately, out of reflex, have to check which one of them has fucking teleport. None of them ever do, but the one time that they do, I'm just like, oh, we gotta be careful for that ward. Yeah, we gotta be ready. No, I think we
Gotta
actually
be
caught
ready.
one
Yeah.
guy trying to do it to us. We knew that there was a ward in the middle
yeah.
in Clash, in the middle in our jungle, and I just kind of saw that somebody was teleporting in, and I was like, guys, I think the Anubis is I think the Anubis
Was
is
that the
trying to get to
Anubis?
us.
It was
Yes,
Anubis.
Guys, just crowd around him. As soon as he pops in, he'll realize what's happening.
So he spawns and you guys are
Yeah,
immediately
exactly.
surrounding him already.
turns out
Oh,
he
yeah,
was a
of course.
fan.
And it was at that moment he knew.
Yeah, he was a
fucked
fan.
up.
Fuck.
He was a fan, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we respected that. We
gotta
never,
respect
whenever
that.
somebody gets teleporting, he gets wards. We never take them down out of principle. We
Yeah. We
Yeah.
we
You
you see
respect
the wards in the middle of our base? Nope. They want to try to get the one shot in our base, get it on somebody. Fuck it. Fuck yeah, do it. I've actually been the one
what we
getting
don't-
killed in the base by a fan. It happened to me.
now, what we don't respect is when we're playing against fans and we ward their base and they know and they've pre-warded with sentries in their
Yeah,
own base.
yeah.
Because that
See, that's
it's
just
like
boring.
just wrap up
Disgusting.
the game. F6 at 10.
Yeah.
It disgusts me.
I like seeing people try new things. I like seeing people going beyond what is normally considered like the meta or whatever. I like seeing people try things. I like seeing characters being played in ways that they don't normally be played. I like seeing assassins, but they're not really assassins. They're actually tanks building like assassins. I love seeing that. I love seeing a Kumbhakarna go full damage, and it is so fucking scary. So scary.
Well, he's
Yeah,
supposed
no,
to be played like that.
It says mage right on his card.
Speaking of tanks going damage, I think we can transition to my
Do it.
week right there with that. Famous and Killer and Key on the PS4 here all tried to convince me in an all-out assault to go 5 Sylvanuses. I'm a diamond
Oh my
Sylvanus.
God.
I like
Right.
Sylvanus. I'm like, this sounds absolutely terrible. We're going to get our shit pushed in. Like, no, how is this? No.
You said
we're
that
not
until
gonna do
you
that.
all ulted the same guy, right?
So I forget who we picked. Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me finish here because we picked whoever the fuck. I think it was like Medusas and Afros.
Yeah.
The enemy team was
it was.
5 Sylvanuses, and
Oh.
they fucking
Bastards.
annihilated us the entire
Yeah,
game.
they
We
did.
couldn't do shit. They had, what was it, 2 Tahooties, 2 Divine Ruins, and one of them with the Shoguns. The damage, it was just not stopping. It was
overwhelming.
so fucking hard to deal with. We lost. And
That's
I'm like, all
karma
right,
right
guys,
there.
you convinced me.
It is.
Yeah, it really was, because everyone else on the team was locked into Sylvanas, and I'm like, no, I'm going to go Afro.
The
Yeah,
heals.
we were literally telling you, if we don't do it, they're gonna do it.
And the heals scale. They scale off magical power. So like, especially in the like the low level, lots of gold modes, like, or even if we're doing it ourselves, like the level 5, what is it, the 5 people in Joust map or whatever, like you get 100,000 gold, you'll pop wisps and heal for almost half your health with each tick, like when you've got all that power and low health from low levels.
The ultimate
It
has
is
the potential to
beefy.
one-shot as well at those levels.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Well, they were just able to dive us so hard, because he does get protections, and they did end up buying 2 of them got Lotus Crowns, if I do believe.
Oh yeah, and the protection stack. The protection stack too.
Yeah.
So if you have 5 wisps, you get like 150 protections. Which is ridiculous.
That sounds like you guys went through some pain.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was not good.
It was like
Makes
old
the
Ares.
Medusa ult tickle.
Yeah, Medusa would ult,
Yeah.
and they would be at full life before Medusa
Richard,
even
wasn't there a
dashed at
game
them.
where we went all Ares and then just kept pulling people back to her tower?
Yeah, no, that
The
was in,
Shin-chan video
that was
one.
like really
Yeah.
like back way then when us
Mhm.
Ares had the glitch that if
Oh,
you
yeah,
all
the
kept
squeaky
using
toy!
your aura.
We took
You had-
the what was it, a Janus ult
Yeah.
straight to the face from a mile away, and then this Janus ult hit us for like 10.
Yeah.
Did they
'Cause
change
we
it so
had-
you can't do that anymore?
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
stack
Yeah,
in
they
They don't
Ares
stack
2 was...
anymore.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had like 325 protections at level 5. It was so dumb.
Aside from all out assaults, Famous says we didn't do much besides that. We cranked in like fucking 14 different ranked games. We did that this week.
That's true. I mean, I've played a shit ton of Smite this last week, so it kind of all is just blurred together.
Yeah, Famous.
I got my battle pass done already, like in a week. So I mean, what the
Yeah.
fuck does that tell you?
I haven't got that kind of
Wow.
time.
Yeah.
Mine's almost done. Yeah, we've been going back and forth. It's hard to climb. It's possible. We've had this conversation many a times. We'll be like, how are we supposed to climb? And then Famous and I will carry a game. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we'll lose one.
Yeah, but I was a Bologna.
He has a point.
But
You were a Bacchus.
But,
We were
alright,
supporting solo.
we figured-
Why are we carrying rank games like that?
yeah,
Dude, Solo's the
that
big
was,
carry lane right now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
when he says
I mean,
that
it's
it
true.
was us carrying, we this particular game, it literally, like, everyone else on the team wasn't doing much of anything at all. And it's like, we literally, like, we were putting them on our back and fucking carrying them.
The Bacchus and Bologna are like going into the jungle 2v4ing, 2v5ing, getting 2 or 3 kills and getting out
As it should be.
with no help from our teammates.
And our teammates are clearing back camps. And it's
It
like,
sounds
come
like
on!
Yeah.
our experiences.
But they need
No,
a back
that's
camp,
our
dude.
experience in a lot of games, dude. We have Richard and I have something called the 2/3 rule, which happens more often than I'd like to admit. 2/3 of all kills are just Richard and I. When leave doesn't work. Yeah,
That's-
when leave doesn't work.
sounds
When
like our
leave doesn't
raid
play, 'cause then
games.
it's 3.
It sounds like
Yeah.
our assault, because it's kind of a joke we'll have. We're like, oh, look who's alive.
Yeah.
Bot G.
Yeah.
Just us.
And I'm not saying like
Once
just
again.
Famous and I, like this happens all the time. Like I got to give our Bot G people some credit here. Like they're pretty good. The challenger's pretty good. There's a lot of times where it's like 3 people die and it's just Famous and Danny, or it's just Fro, Aereo, and Key, or whoever the fuck it is. It's like, well on you, surviving. I got one great game to talk about, then I got our strat that's been working for us. Famous and I were fucking hard carrying. Well, I guess I can't even say hard carrying. We were doing really well. Our Erlong Shen was doing really well. He was like 8-0, 11-0. And our other 2 people were doing average.
Oh,
they
this
weren't
fucking game.
bad. They were doing average. Our team was dominating. It was like 20-4.
It was a guaranteed
win. Like
is what it
everybody
was.
on our team was playing an average or better. Like we got it. Erlong gets pissy and DCs.
No.
Like just straight up gets
Yeah.
mad. He's like, "Fuck it,
He
I'm out
was
of
like
here."
11-0.
Dude, yeah, he was
I don't
literally
know
8-0,
why.
11-0. One of those 2. Like he was fucking doing.
I think we
great.
lost a fire giant. Like their Scylla came in and killed it or something with a crush, something like that, and he got all pissy.
Or yeah, or Goldfear, some stupid thing like that. And he got pissy and he
Something.
left. And like, dude, that is the only objective they got. We have we literally at like what was this, 15, 20 minutes in, still had T1s up in every lane. while T1s on the enemy team were down in every lane. We were dominating. And he just leaves. So that's upsetting.
Yeah.
That was an upsetting.
Sounds like your
game.
average Smite player, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Sounds like my games on a
Yeah, it
regular
does.
basis. We had that happen last night, Famous.
It was just so unsuspected.
Yes, we did.
Because there was no toxicity. And comms were good. People were making good VGS calls. Like, there was no problem. We lose the objective. Erlang says, "Fuck you
That
guys."
is
and I'm
okay.
out.
That's weird. That's super weird. I've gotten the guys that are just like they're 0-20 and they're just like, you guys suck, and then they DC, and then it's just like, all right, at least he's not feeding anymore. We had this one game that it was incredibly frustrating because it wasn't just the 2/3 rule. It was Richard, out of 40 kills, Richard and I each had 20. All right, there were 43 kills. 20 were mine. 20 were Richard's. He was playing Bacchus, I was playing Bacca Basura. And the guys in our team were flaming us. And I'm just like, the only reason why we're winning right now is because Bacchus and I are killing literally everyone on their team all the time. All you have to do when you're Uller is hit the Phoenix and then we win. But no, this just...
Do hunter things.
I don't get, like, look. If you want help from somebody, do you go up to them and go like, "Hey, fuckface, do this for me," or do you go like, "Hey, man, do you mind helping me out?" Like, there's two ways this can go, right? The person who really could help you will tell you either to fuck off or they'll help you because you asked nicely. I never understood the mentality of being toxic to somebody that is literally the only person that can help you.
Oh yeah.
Well said.
Yeah, I was in a
said.
I was in a game a few days ago. Like, it's about this. I was Geb, and I just used my shield, and then this one Neath
Oh yeah, this Neath
gets absolutely bent over by 1,000 ults. It's like, just one Geb shield. I'm like, okay, first off, it's on cooldown. Second, you got ulted by everybody. My 100 health
shit's not
shield.
doing anything.
My 100 health
my
shield
health
doesn't
shield
do
is
anything.
I don't get that
worthless.
one as well. That it's just like, oh my god, Scylla like one shot me with her ult when I had 10% HP. Why couldn't you help me? Because she's CC immune. I can't do anything. I'll send her a message asking her not to attack you anymore.
Yeah. Little.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to stand there and watch?
Please leave
Leave
alone
them
her
alone.
Neath. She's very upset with you.
I can't wait till we get keyboard support
Yeah.
on the PS4 so I can start typing that to people.
Oh.
I'll message her for you. Ask her to leave you alone for a while.
There was one time that this actually turned very well. Like I don't know if you remember this, Richard, but it was a Bakasura and a Medusa in our team, and they were in a party together, and the Bakasura was a total dick, and either you or I were playing Emir.
Yes, I remember that.
And you remember this, right?
No. I remember
One of
that,
us
yeah.
was playing Emir, and every time the Bakasura was trying to get out, the Emir wall came up to get him fucked. And the Bakasura was just like, bah, 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 talking shit. Of course, we did this after he started talking shit. And so at some point, the Medusa was super chill, and every time the Medusa was in trouble, Richard and I would just jump in, save her life, even if it meant our deaths. And the Bakasura kept bitching. At some point, we told him, we would be the same way with you as we are with Medusa, if you learn to ask for it in a very nice manner, or in some way that you would talk to another human being. Yeah,
in a
in a way that you would
manner?
talk to another human being.
Yeah, please be
and
nice.
then seriously, I shit you not, the guy
nice.
actually starts behaving correctly. He starts actually, I think it's because the Medusa told him, was like, yeah, they're right, just stop acting like an idiot and they'll help you out. He started actually doing like, okay guys, can you help me out please? Being like polite. All right, sick. We jump in, we get him a few kills. We're just like, yeah, dude, here's a wall that will actually protect you instead of fuck you. And then, he fucking learned. He learned. He's just like, oh, okay, you're saying that if I do things,
Let's say
This brings up a good point. What I've been doing this week, real quick, Fro, I'm sorry, I got to say this. They're talking about don't troll and you won't get trolled. Well, like this week, I've come up with something new. Every time people in my Conquest games pick like fucking Neath solo or fucking some dumb shit, you know what I do? I insta-lock Loki. No, I just insta-lock Loki no matter what role I'm in. I know, but it pisses them off. and then they change their picks and they play the game right. And I've won all those games this week. Even Loki support.
Interesting.
Loki
Why didn't you do
support?
that last night?
Look,
Tank
let-
Loki?
You really,
Yeah, I
I
had
don't know if
tank
you could
boots.
pull that off with us. I mean, with us, we would just stick to our picks, and it would actually probably work. Yeah, we'd call your
We'd
bluff,
call
and it
your
would
bluff.
work. Actually, I don't know if you've ever seen.
Hey, that's fine
Yeah,
with
the
me.
thing
Yeah,
is, you would
exactly.
have a
Let's do
Loki
it, boys.
support then.
Hey, what's
Yeah, let's go,
I mean,
boys.
that's fine.
Yeah.
We have an
Oh my
assassin
god,
Kraken.
Richard, what was it that we did? We used to do this a
Fuck
while when Magmodia still played with us. We tried to do Conquest where all the roles were different. And so
Yeah, we
Uller
had
Jungle,
like an
so, yeah, but of
Uller-
course they were different but viable.
Uller
So you had
Jungle?
Uller Jungle, Kumbhakarna solo. We had the dual lane was I think 280 carry. No, it was a Yeah.
Okay, let's roll this fuck back. You said viable
Yeah,
and
it's
then
viable.
Kumbhakarna solo.
Kumbhakarna solo got played in SML a
Yeah,
bunch
that-
last season.
SPL.
This was
Yeah.
a long
This is
time
a
ago.
while back, so
Yeah, that was a-
no.
And,
That was a
and
while
Guardian's
back.
Blessing was good then, but before...
Yeah.
No, this was season
three,
two. This was season
three,
two, I
probably.
think.
This is when you had like the mini soul gem, the one that like you got 5 auto attacks, and after the 5 you do an ability when it that one.
Oh yeah. The starter.
Soulstone.
Yeah,
The
Soul
starter.
Stone. Exactly. Yeah.
Soulstone.
So this was
There
back
we go,
then.
yeah.
One of my
Yeah,
favorites.
so we had Kumba solo. This is part where we got the footage for the Kumbhakarna Strihard guide. Kumba solo, Uller jungle, and we had I think a Chrono support.
Was Hoonbats?
Who was mid? Mid
Yeah,
was
and
mid was Kabrakan. Yeah, mid was Kabrakan. What else? I don't remember. I don't remember who was support, but we did something completely stupid.
Hoonbats was in lane.
Hoonba-
Hoonbats was in
Yeah,
lane.
Hoonbats was in lane. Exactly. And so at some point, the enemy team is just super confused at seeing the picks all randomized, and we bent them over. It was so bad that even while I was getting ganked by the jungler in solo lane, I still got away every single time, and I typically got a kill out of it as well. To the point that the jungler gave up. He
yeah.
gave up. Every time he would fight against me, immediately dead, he just gave up. He just never went in my lane anymore.
Yeah, you always had a monkey.
Yeah,
he always had a
the
monkey.
monkey
defending
yeah,
you.
dude, those games were disgusting, and I think that there's some worth to doing stuff like that, because if you can throw your opponents off by doing something that they don't expect, you really they either have to adapt or lose. And
It's like F dot in the
Well,
pros
see,
versus
you're-
casters.
But see, you're also going into this assuming that these trollers are competent smite
see
players.
that's a
Oh,
bad
yeah.
assumption to make.
Yes, very bad. Because I think one of those Loki mid games, I had a what was he? I think he was a Hades solo, and he went like 0-6 in the first 5 minutes of game. That was great.
Wow,
Oh, I love those.
impressive.
Yeah, those are great.
We had one of those last night. We were playing a conquest game, and we all locked in, and we get a Scylla solo. I was like, okay, we're just gonna let her be
And
over there.
And I had a Merlin. Was that the one where I had Merlin support?
Yeah, that was
And
Merlin.
he was like
support.
0-6. He bought a med and rushed boots.
Oh, it was rough. But anyway, the Nemesis and I were wrecking mid lane. I was Morgan. Famous was playing well enough, and I don't even know who you're playing, ADC.
I was on her.
And this Scylla just kept pinging the jungler and pinging the rest of the map, even though we were winning our lanes, and she decided to pick Scylla solo. She was pissed at everybody else. She ends up DCing at 15 minutes after she died 12 times, 11 times.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
because the problem isn't me. The problem is everybody else.
Oh yeah, it's everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
I think she bought a book, like 5th item, had like 2 stacks on it, and was going into Cursed Orb.
Yeah, she had
This is
Blessing Boots, Bancroft's book 2. She might have finished book before she DC'd, but yeah, it was not good.
this is like the Twilight Zone. Every single story that's been told ends with, and then they DC'd.
Yep.
It's like we're in a loop.
Oh my god, yeah.
But no, we had some fun last night playing. We played a bunch of Assault. We played a couple Conquest. I had a really unlucky Bologna game where I just could not get the last hit on my Kerninos solo opponent. I don't know. It was just literally both of us were one shot, one auto attack, and he would hit me as I'm swinging my whatever weapon Bologna had at the time, and he would kill me as I'm swinging my last auto to kill him. That's how close it was that entire game.
You were having a rough one that game.
Ugh. I just it wasn't a bad game. I just got ganked at the worst possible time. We were both fighting, and I was out of mana and low, and he was out of mana and low. And then the Arachne just showed up and auto attacked me to death, and I was like, well, that's just bad timing. And that just put me behind. But I had fun that game. It was a challenge. We had pretty good time last night in Assault, though. I had a pretty good Jorm game where you were RDO.
That game was fun.
That game was really fun. But I do have one question for you guys. Do you think that the new Assault map will be helpful for you guys because you don't have to get med? You can get just teleport and blink.
We do that anyway.
Well, true, you do that anyway.
I don't even know if we've thought of that. I don't even know if we thought of that as being a reason, because it's pretty much just been constant bitching about how broken the heal is. I don't even know if we've actually tried to think about it proactively or constructively.
No, yeah. It's been mainly bitching about the orbs. They're so dumb.
If you listen to last week's episode, you understand where we come from.
Well, if you have any feelings on the orbs, you have an Olympian in the party right now. Feel free to tell him.
I mean, it just allows snowballing to snowball harder, and that's really bad.
Snow boulders now.
Yeah. It snowballs with stones inside them. And the snow actually was other stones around it. So it's not even a snowball anymore. It's just a stone with glass.
Yeah. With glass.
And the ball is frictionless, so it can never slow down.
No, it really sucks. It really sucks. It's like, okay, we are literally stuck under tower. And the enemy team, we can harass them, but they just heal to full.
They just heal up. And then they have a Cupid. And they also get healed.
Because Cupid doesn't count as a healer for some reason.
Or Baron.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're Cupid Baron.
Yeah.
And
I understand. Look, unpopular opinion, but I understand why Baron and Hades are not considered healers, because they're very situational. You need to land on the god, or you need to land on something. Cupid should be a fucking healer. There's that guy.
Cupid
he
doesn't heal that much though.
You say that, but that's because they never level up their 2. In an Assault game, if a Cupid levels up his 2...
No. I level up my 2 on Cupid in Assault. And
the average player...
Well, okay, let me finish. I still will get maybe 8 to 10,000. Of course, I guess, then again, 8,000 is how much Sylvanas averages around, too.
All right,
his heals have a lot more to it.
Last night I played a game, and we had a Sylvanas on our team, and they had a Hell on their team. And I was an RDO. I had more healing than our really shitty Sylvanas.
Well, yeah, it was a shitty Sylvanas.
But what I'm saying
is on average the lowest healer.
Yeah, so if the same average is Cupid, then why would Cupid not be considered a healer?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen with hearts scaling off power, if I remember correctly. I mean, I definitely can remember numbers, green numbers popping up of 150 or 200 health per heart, and you've got 3 of them, so 600 every 12 seconds. That's pretty significant.
That also
healing.
depends if you have your passive stacked up all the way or not. Because if you don't have your passive stacked up all the way, your healing's not as much. And the reason
that's very fair.
And one of my biggest things is I usually do level up my hearts as Cupid first in Assault, just because what the fuck else is he gonna do until late game or mid game. And I will throw it out towards the person who needs healing, and my team will just walk right by it.
Oh my god!
But that's not Cupid's fault. That is someone else's fault, my man.
But that's why he's not considered a healer, because healers you have to be able to basically heal someone without their consent. Yes.
Well, then Terra shouldn't be considered a healer, because Terra technically
Taylor puts her 3 on top of you, and you get a heal without you having to do anything. She just puts it. You can walk out of it just like a Ra.
Also, her ult. Yeah.
And her ult.
I guess her ult would be. Yeah. I mean,
Cupid also
heal.
gets the mana back, right, from using those hearts. So he has a lot of sustain on top of that. Cupid is a healer that gets that sustain.
I love Cupid. I'm a diamond Cupid. I fucking love Cupid. Like, I've been playing a shit ton of him lately.
Yeah, Cupid's great.
Cupid is a lot of
fun. I love building him like a mage build. The mage builds on Cupid are the funniest. You just use 1 heart pump,
they die.
Dead.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
Runeforge is so good.
The best thing is when they ages after the hard bomb pops on them, and the hard bomb takes like 3 seconds to pop, and they're just sitting there like, shit.
And then you don't have to follow. You just stare at them, just laugh, and then
wait for the pop. Yeah.
Gone.
Feels so good every time.
Want some candy?
We use the BZB because of that fucking laugh spam, dude. That laugh spam was too
The
good.
laughing.
Oh, the last spam on Busy Bee is so good.
See, I've had the Busy Bee for a long time. That and the Little Devil. Little Devil was like the second skin I ever like bought with gems, and then I got the bee right after that. So I've had them for a while. I'm a big fan.
Who's hungry?
And a buzz, 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 and a buzz, buzz, buzz.
Oh, Cupid. I have I'm pretty sure I have every Cupid skin, but I never play him.
The Goblin one is by far one of his best ones right now. I fucking love that.
I don't play a lot of it.
There's something,
I like the
that
effects.
sound effect that they have when you hit that rocket, that whack. Oh, god damn. That's a satisfying feeling. Man.
Oh, right.
It's cathartic.
His heart
Dude,
sounds
it
really
feels
weird.
like you
in that
fucking
one.
hit. Yeah, because it's a rocket or whatever, but it sounds like contact, buddy.
Super cathartic.
It really is.
But the goblin hearts are hilarious. They make it go.
Oh my god,
sound
yeah,
when you
like
pick
the
'em up.
like the Donkey Kong Country crocodiles and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is too good.
You're bringing back nostalgic memories for me.
No, it's Richard. We
That's
were in a
Cupid,
fucking
yeah.
game, and it was just a Cupid with that skin as our healer and assault.
The goblin
yeah,
skin.
with the goblin skill, he puts it down, and every time I walked over, I just heard like in the background, and I was just like, what the fuck is making that noise? Eventually, I just caught on. I'm like, it's so good.
Yeah, you stack them up all at once in the one little corner. You have like a nice, juicy like reverb.
Yeah.
Oh.
We need a skin for Sobek where he goes every time he pulls somebody,
5 Cupids.
or 5 Cupids.
Oh, 5 Cupids is insanely good.
Yes.
The amount of fat
Dude, the
damage you do to
zoning.
people is
The
amazing.
zoning, dude.
And if they have ages, they're dead. It doesn't matter because you just ult them.
No,
and
you
they're
guys
dead.
are missing it. That means you have 15
That's true.
Oh my god, you're right.
Put them all in the same corner. That would be a cacophony of deliciousness.
It would
just
crash the
breaks the
client.
game. Actually, you're
It might.
speaking of crashing the client. I remember I actually crashed a WoW server.
What?
Oh.
You
What?
actually?
I crashed a WoW server. Like briefly. There is this there's this dungeon
Oh yeah.
that spawns like endless ads because you're not supposed to be there at level like 120. So I went there and I just killed them, and since they're endless, it was just endless piles of bodies kept going, and all of a sudden the game starts to stutter, and then it just ended. And then the server was offline for like a few minutes, and then it came back later.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
about the
And I was like,
Beautiful.
what
What's
about
that?
the time that you brought in one of the bosses back to one of the towns?
oh yeah, there's this ogre character that if you out damage, he has like a threshold that he gives up, and then he kind of goes back and you complete the quest. But if you out damage that threshold, he will fight you to the ends of the earth. So I brought him to like the main city area, and everyone just started wailing on him. For 3 days straight, he was in the city.
Oh my god.
And then one of the mods came in and despawned him. Immediately, I go back and bring him back to the fucking city. And the mods then message me saying, "Hey, can you stop bringing the ogre to this place? Thanks." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
They knew, Richard. They knew.
I had no choice, man.
So, I used to troll on some people when I played DC Universe Online.
Oh my!
Dude, Professor.
Continue.
Yeah.
You guys
We got-
played?
I have a beautiful story about that. But
Continue,
continue,
yeah.
please.
Okay, I was electric healer, right? Electric healers are some of the few healers who could actually heal like your allies and pets, like the pets mainly. We would go to Outworld where Raven is, and I would heal the Raven as the villains would try to kill her. She's a world boss, right? And then I
Oh
would
my
get
God.
all my buddies, and we'd get like 8 healers. We'd all party up, get 8 or no, it was 6 healers, 2 trolls, which trolls give you your mana, for those who don't know, or your power.
Yeah.
And we would just keep healing Raven as villains tried to kill her. It got to the point where there was like literally 16 fucking villains coming to kill Raven because they kept calling in backup. It was great.
Damn.
Oh
And
my
then especially
God.
because like how the Raven fight, you half-life her, then depending if you're a villain or a hero, they call in the Titans or, wow, I'm drawing a blank on what they're called. Mammoth, Gizmo, Jinx, and the other one. I forget the name of them right now. And then you can just heal them up. And
Oh
then
my
you gotta go
God.
back and kill the other half of Raven.
Damn.
It was great.
And no one tries to kill you. No one even bothers to kill the healers.
They can't. It was an open world encounter, but we weren't in PvP. We were in PvE.
Oh no!
But because it's a world boss and it's considered an
You guys
ally.
are fucking terrible.
Oh, I approve absolutely. Oh my god.
And then I used to, because I was like CR like 141 when I stopped playing, right? Like T6, T7 shit. I would occasionally go down to the T1 areas or the leveling areas, and because I could heal, again, pets and non-hero allies, I would just go stand next to the little bullshit that they have to kill for their quest to level up with my healing aura on, and they can't kill anything.
That's so funny.
And I'm just walking around following people trying to do their fucking stupid little quests. I used to be an asshole. I have reformed. I don't do that shit anymore.
That's a different type of evil, man.
Yeah, but
Well,
it's a great kind of evil.
It is, but
Yeah, it goes back to that
it's
point.
like
It's not winning. It's making
Yeah,
everybody else
we can
lose.
approve of it.
they're not even losing because eventually, after like 10 minutes, they just say fuck it and fly off,
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
or
You've
teleport
broken their
away.
spirit.
Yeah, you broke their spirit, dude. Congratulations.
Although there was this one person, I was curious, and I just shifted over to the PvP because I'm like, I wonder if he went to PvP to do his missions instead, because not a hell of a lot of people hung out in the PvP area. And then I found him there, and I'm like, oh, this is where you fucked up, bud. And then I killed him.
That's so sad. That's like trashing a guy in Smite, and then getting queued up against him again, and then you trash him even harder. That has to suck.
No, that's like, okay, no. Here's a better comparison. It's like being a Ymir, and he's on your team, and you wall the guy off the whole time, and then you see him on the enemy team next turn.
Yeah.
And you're Loki.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
Reminds me of one of my favorite things we've ever done is the body blocking somebody with 4 people with mystical mail.
Yes.
Oh,
they
my
just
God.
the
can't move.
mystical nail!
Yeah.
My favorite meme!
And you just stand there. You just fucking stand there, and it's like 60 seconds, but then eventually the mystical males kill
Yeah,
them.
I mean, the worst thing is that
See,
they were Aries.
In my headcanon, when you guys mentioned that Anubis TPing, I imagined you guys having 4 mystical males surrounding him.
Against Anubis, it'd be a bit difficult. We did it against an Aries, though. We killed him twice like that.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah.
Once
That
his ult
in
was
that-
down, of course.
I think I watched that game. It was you were in
Yeah,
arena
yeah.
or something,
yeah.
and you were just chasing that Ares around.
He was absolutely livid.
I was going.
He was
I
really
was
mad,
going like
apparently.
speed Jormungandr, and since Jormungandr's so huge, I would just run faster than Ares and just cut him off and slow him down so that everybody could just get around him. Poor guy.
Poor Aries.
All right.
He deserves it.
So we are getting sidetracked once again. I think we'll go ahead and, even though it's 15 minutes, and move on to how were your guys' games this week? Anything that stood out to you?
Oof, I can't really.
Oh,
The
brother.
Nikas.
Well, okay.
Oh, brother!
We've come up with a new personality for Capri. Actually, something that not many people know is that we actually come up with personalities for characters, and they're usually very terrible personalities, and they're not. And they're
It's
not.
degenerate.
And they're
all
not. They're
gay.
incredibly gay, and they're I don't know if I should say that.
Allegedly.
One for
Allegedly.
Najah is.
But they're all terrible, debased, fucking.
They're just
Yeah, they're
terrible.
terrible people.
They're just terrible.
They're terrible.
No,
people. Like
there's nothing else to
we've
say.
made, for example, well, the only good one is Kabrakan. Kabrakan's personality is very wholesome. He, that's the only one. Nezha is a pervert. We have Nezha. He wants to get raped by Kuzembo or big boys in general. Yeah, Kuzembo, it's not like I wanted you to fuck me or anything. Get that turtle dick down my throat. Ha, that's just a prank, bro. Like, this is the type of personality that we give these characters.
It's just a prank,
Prank,
bro.
bro. You know what I mean?
Leaf. It's just a prank, dude.
The Capri
Capri
one.
one is the Capri one's
No.
the most recent personality that we've attributed to a character.
Oh boy.
And
It's so wrong. It's probably the worst. Like, it's probably the.
I don't think we really put them in any videos because we think that they're too dumb to even consider.
No, this
Okay,
week.
this week
This week he's gonna be in there.
we're probably gonna talk about the claw jobs.
Oh,
Hey,
brother.
brother, let me get my clothes around your cock, man.
Hey, man. They don't call me a CAWK LAWBSTA for nothing, man.
Oh, the slab of butter's not just for show, boy.
Oh, base me in your cream, man.
Hey, man.
Heavy lubrication.
I love how he's Jamaican.
Right, that's
Yeah,
the skin.
it's the lobster
It's
skin.
the lobster skin.
The lobster skin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hey, get a piss on my face, man.
It only hurts for a little bit, man. Then it's hands off to you.
It's very unpleasant, man. Let me give you a lobster job.
Did you know? Did you know that some
It's like anal. You just have to get used to it, then you'll like it.
don't some crustaceans have mouths on their claws? Is that a thing or a myth?
On their claws?
Yeah, like between their claws. Is that a myth?
I thought it was taste buds or something like that,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
mouths.
Oh, okay.
Like butterfly
Yeah, I
on
think
their
it's taste
feet.
buds.
I think that's just a dream.
I'm gonna
that
be
you
honest.
Have.
I'm kind of retarded.
Like now that I know that, I'm about to like go get a lobster and let it crawl around on my junk. Now that I know they can taste it.
Now that I know they can taste it, it just makes it so much better. You ever seen that comic? It's like, I will grant you each one wish, and then he goes like, I want him to have taste buds in his anus. That's the type of wish we would give Leaf.
You know, actually,
Is this-
apparently, there's actually taste buds in our lungs, and that's why we cough up when things get in our lungs, because it detects the food, and then that's why we cough it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The human body. The more you know.
Learn something
Brought to
every
you by
day.
Baji.
Yeah. Brought to you by Snortellini, a professional biologist. Well, getting there.
I go to use the bathroom and you guys start talking about lobster fucking. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
Look, it's your fault. You invited us.
brother.
You knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, right?
Okay. What other personalities have we met? We know that. Loki's actually really
Ratatoskr?
wholesome. Oh, Ratatoskr.
Oh yeah. No, Loki's a bully, but he's really bad at it. So like,
Yeah.
if he's gonna do something bad, it ends up helping you in the end.
Yeah. It's like, I got you a gift, and then you open it, and it's just like, I don't know, like a piece of tissue paper, and he goes like, ha, it's nothing, and then you use it to blow your nose, and it was actually really nice. Oh man, Loki, I really needed this. I was stuffed up all day. Ha, got him, fucking pranked, bro.
So are we
And then
are we gonna actually
wheelies-
answer their
he
questions?
Heelys out of there too. Like he has a Heelys.
Of course.
Do
Loki
you
has
guys want to answer their
respect
questions now?
Questions.
Wait, what questions?
I would love to
answer
answer
some
questions.
About our games this week. That's what they asked us. Like, I
Oh
don't know.
fuck!
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
right! Oh right! That's what. That's
You
what
know,
I
like
got,
5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I honestly thought you just came up with personalities all week, so I was
you're
letting you
good.
run with it.
That was
Yeah.
well, I mean,
Yeah,
sort
right?
of, that
Like-
sort of started from the beginning, and it's sort of been a thing. The CAWK LAWBSTA personality has been a thing for this week. But
this week, yeah.
yeah, other
lobster.
yeah.
Oh, I hope I get support today. I'm picking Capri, rocking that skin. All right, come over here, Fafnir. Let me give you a tough job, huh, man?
Just wait till I get my claws on you, brother.
Are you Jewish? No, you will be.
Oh my god!
All right, you can find me at Fro Double G.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Good episode.
We appreciate it.
We'll see you all.
I didn't know
next
Smite
week.
had a Hebrew pantheon.
Well, I mean, you already said the god he brewed, right?
It's true.
Shut up.
They need honestly, that would be a great skin for Hebo. It would just him with like a bigger
Hebrew.
beard, and the back thing is
Hebrew,
just
yeah.
is the 10 Commandments. Dude, that would be so good.
He's got the curls and the top hat and
Absolutely.
everything.
His magic
And the
carpet
water's
would be
gold.
the
And
Ten
the
Commandments.
water's gold.
No, when he backs, gold be flying everywhere.
No, flying into
Like
him.
flying into you. Of course,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
When he buys like Ratatouille or something, he'd go, "No, that's a bit too expensive."
Oh my god.
That's more like the price. You buy a pot. That's about all I need.
What about the announcer pack instead, right? So you died, and it's like, your
God.
cousin didn't die.
Your Uncle Goldberg didn't die.
Someone
Why
gets a
don't
pentakill. Why weren't you able to get a pentakill?
Did he? Oh my god!
You get a
could you imagine?
quadrikill. Why couldn't you get the 5th? Come on.
About
shit.
time you got the pentakill.
Your cousin
Your
got
grandfather-
three-
Your grandfather would roll over in his grave if he could see you right now.
When you die.
That could be the deicide.
Yeah. Honestly,
How to make a Smite more offensive.
Oh, they should. Make
Yeah,
that. They
for
should
real.
Totally make that.
They should just make more offensive stereotypes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
I mean, we already have the Mexican Sylvanas. We have the CAWK LAWBSTA from Jamaica.
We have the CAWK LAWBSTA.
CAWK LAWBSTA.
yeah, of
We got
course.
Chiron, right?
We got
gay
Chiron. We got gay
Gay
Chiron.
Chiron.
That
Gay
one.
Chiron.
That one is the
Gay
worst.
Guan Yu.
talk, I know a couple gay people who fucking actually love that Chiron skin, and they're like, we are actually happy that Hi-Rez didn't shy away on this one.
No, that's
It's great.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think that comedy is one of the better things to deal with actual real issues, right? If you can laugh about it, that is less animosity in regards to that. I may be not saying this correctly, but I think that comedy is just one of the better ways to go about certain things. Like,
No, yeah.
No, I 100% agree with you. I was actually watched a video like 2 or 3 weeks ago where there was a clip of a guy who was talking about comedy, and the reason why people find things funny is because they would rather laugh at it and then feel the shitty pain of dealing with whatever it is.
yeah.
I
Like
think
my
I
small
actually, I don't
penis.
remember the comedian, but I do
Fucking
remember one comedian talking about how like a lot of them they can like use their comedy to make light of something of real issues that need kind of talked about, but no one wants to talk about it because it's certain things that it's like controversial, we'll say.
Yeah.
But to be able to bring some humor to it brings it up in conversation in a lighter manner, so people can actually speak an opinion in a lighter manner without necessarily being so cynical towards each other.
Yeah.
It's like a cultural hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's a good way to
Yep.
go about it.
Yeah. I really like those type of skins. I mean, I'm Hispanic. I personally would love more Hispanic skins as well. But like,
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
like the Mexican Sylvanas is pretty good. I enjoy it, even though I just
Mexican
want
Hercules
what I
is super
want.
good.
Oh my god, that one's amazing. That's my favorite Hercules skin. What I want is for them to actually get people who speak the language to do that, because it kind of takes you are there and it takes you out of the moment. So I don't know if you know this. So for example, the Kukulkan skin, the one where he speaks Spanish, that is a very famous Spanish, well, not Spain Spanish, but like South American Spanish, dub voice actor. Like, you hearing that voice, I was like, I've heard this guy before 1,000,000 times. He's been in so many shows. And hearing him like speak Spanish correctly, like stuff like that, it just puts me more in a better mood about it. And on the other hand, you have the Nuwa Oktoberfest skin that has the most awful German in the world. And let me...
Or the Neath with the purple feathers, right?
What?
Oh my god, the Carnival
yeah.
skin.
Oh,
Yeah, that one's-
yeah.
Let's go to
Carnival
Carnival.
Yeah, it's so
Let's
bad.
go to Carnival, y'all.
They should really...
Or the Raijin Donkey
That one's
Kong
good.
skin. That guy does not know how to speak to
That's extremely offensive.
that. Offensive.
Look, Richard is fluent. He can tell you.
Yes, it's not exactly 100%.
Though I can tell you the Kamazots,
The
they
accent
really...
is
The
absolute.
Kamazots, they got a real
right.
dinosaur to do that one.
Yeah, he was pretty legit.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's the
You're
same
right about
voice
that.
actor from Jurassic Park series. Like, he did a good job.
Yeah, absolutely.
I totally buy that guy a beer.
Can he even consume it?
Yeah, bats off to him.
His
Rich.
bones
If
need some
not, we'll get him
saturation.
some gummy bears.
Too bad
I
Nev's
was
not
gonna
here.
say
Should have
Nev
loved
would
that one.
love those.
I'm in pain. I'm in physical pain.
That's how I feel.
Oh my god.
Okay. That was good.
I want more nerd skins, man.
Oh my god, yes, nerd skins. Shit, yes. Which one was the one? We need Cabracoon, which would have been amazing. What?
Capricorn, the one at the what's it called, the anime pillows.
Yeah, Cabracoon with the anime
Oh,
pillows.
yeah.
That would be amazing.
The body pillows. It's a shield.
Yeah, Cabra-chan,
Yeah. Cabra-
where he's wearing the Sailor
It's a
Moon
kawaii
outfit. A kawaii
It's a
skin?
kawaii skin for
Yeah,
Capricorn.
yeah. Who else needed a nerd skin?
What's his face?
Susanoo.
Yeah,
Susanoo,
Susanoo.
yeah,
Susanoo. It
neck
has
beard
bounced around the Reddit so many times. The Susanoo neckbeard skin, that needs to happen.
It's so good. He can teleport behind you. Say nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he loads
so
into
good.
the battle. I'm sorry, Master. I have to go all out.
Just this once.
It would be so cringy, but in a good way,
Yeah.
because sometimes there are skins out there that are like cringy, like the Doge Scotty comes to mind, but it's like it's not cringy in a funny way,
Yeah,
like
that
because
one's
it's
just
not there's not enough
That one's legit.
there's not
cringe.
enough cognitive dissonance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
you need
It's just
some-
cringy.
Yeah, because well, I mean,
Yeah.
the Doge one is just like they put it out when the meme was already fossilized. Like that shit was already an exhibit
It was
in
no
museums.
the meme. The meme was oil by then.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, exactly. and they just resurrected it for that much. It's just
Yeah.
They
Oh,
could've-
and what's it called? D&D, the D&D Hercules.
yes, his ultimate is a D20. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if they made it a D6, it would make
I
more sense with the hitbox of
Fucking
that ultimate.
love Hercules and Dungeons and Dragons. I approve.
Yo, dude, me too. But if they made it a
Definitely
D6,
D20. D20.
well, have you seen the hitbox?
It's a square.
It's a square.
it's a D6.
It's just a square rolling. It's just keep
Yeah.
rolling down.
It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even roll. I'm pretty sure it just static, like
It just slides down.
Yeah, it's like that part of in Darkseid and Justice League War where he just flies.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen Justice League War?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Oh my god, highly recommend. It has
Bro
some,
doesn't watch TV or anything
it-
really.
no, it's
except for YouTube.
it's a animated
It's
animated
one of
DC
the
film.
animated movies. I watched
Yeah.
those. I almost
okay.
watched almost all of them actually.
Yeah, the
but-
animated DC movie is the one where Darkseid invades, and it had some of the best parts.
Wait
of
a
it.
minute, War. That's the one where the Justice League gets together for the first time.
Yes,
Isn't
that
it?
one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
where Green
I've seen that.
Lantern-
I've seen that.
Where Green Lantern.
Green
gets
Lantern
beat
and
up.
Batman. I love it. You're telling me you're just some rich guy in a suit? Batman stares at him.
Yeah, he smiles. That smile was so perfect. What does this do? Taking the ring of the Green Lantern? It's like, when did you do that? I'll do it again if I want to. Like, so good. Batman there, in that one, Batman was so good. Like, they're not here to invade. They're terramorphing. What makes you say that? Well, for one, the ocean's on fire. It was one of the best. So good.
All right.
Wait, what?
So Marvel wins when it comes to live action, like hands down.
Yes,
Like
absolutely.
Marvel's winning.
Oh, yeah,
But
yeah.
DC is killing it with the animated movies.
Oh
Like,
my God,
they've
well-
been so good.
Agreed. Have you seen an animated Marvel movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I am so sorry that you had to endure that. Those things are horrible.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
like
Well,
they're
Planet Hulk
like
wasn't so
they're
bad.
they're
Spider
discount
Verse wasn't
anime.
that bad.
All right. Yeah. Planet Hulk was all right. I'll give it that. It was
okay,
all
yeah.
right. But it was. First off, the war after Planet Hulk is what's really sweet, and that's what I
Yeah.
want to see. And it was all right. It wasn't hulky enough to me. I see my problem with Planet Hulk is like Hulk wasn't a super badass Hulk like he should have been. Like he was, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
It's kind
How
of like
do
in
you
Thor
feel-
Ragnarok when they hit him with
Yeah.
that fucking electrical thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, whenever you put, I got this electrical device, and I just zap this super badass guy, and now they have to listen, that really takes it away from me. And they did
Yeah.
it in both of those.
Yeah. I mean, the nice part after that is when he comes back to Earth and he becomes Earthbreaker Hulk. That is just some deliciousness right there. How do you feel about the Thor Ragnarok, for example, doing a mini Planet Hulk? How'd you feel about it?
Like scuffed Planet
Touching
Hulk.
on it, it was all right, but I want to see. It's not Planet Hulk I care about. It's the fucking Earthbreaker Hulk, like you were saying, when he comes
Yeah.
back. That's like,
Yep.
it's kind of like, I'm trying to think of a good example, but it's I don't have a good example. Like seeing the start of something and knowing that the next big part comes, and
Yeah.
just not ever getting to see that lived out.
Yeah.
Blue balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have done a bit
It's
more
like
with it.
it's
I
like
liked
half
it,
the
though.
fucking Spider-Man fucking series out there. It's like, all right, well, we got the first origin story. The next one will be good when it's not an origin story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's just 5 origin
And
stories.
then
It's-
then they cancel
yeah.
it and you're on to the next origin story. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
How many times do we have to see Uncle Ben die until we get it? But Probably just as many times that we have to see Martha and fucking Bruce Wayne's dad die, Thomas Wayne. We have to see them die every single movie.
I mean,
I honestly think DC.
in Spider-Verse, there was a pig.
Oh yeah, there was a swine.
Yeah, Spider Swine.
I think that Marvel and DC both have an agreement that like every 5 years we just have to kill these people again. Just remind the world they're dead. Just make something new. Kill Uncle Ben. We'll kill fucking Thomas and Martha again.
Rip.
What about that Batman versus Superman at the end? Martha? Why'd you say Martha? I guess we're best friends.
Why'd you say Martha?
She was my mom, bro.
I think that's if I remember correctly, it has something to do with the writer's mom being Martha or something like that back when they
Yeah.
because it was Bob Kane for one, and then who made Superman? I don't remember. But they both had someone. Yeah, I remember there was a reason, if I remember correctly, that there was Martha for both of them.
Somebody's coming to get Willow.
Yeah, I heard that. Famous. Remember what we were talking
Gotta
about
pay for the
earlier?
podcast
He
somehow.
couldn't wait for us.
Yeah, right?
Of course, the fire department is literally like right around the block from my house. So if they have to come this direction, they go right by my place.
Is your mixtape fire?
Fucking Christ.
That's the last thing I want to hear Willow do is fucking rap.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to hear me rap. I am very white, and I know it. That's why I don't rap.
Oh man.
What's that got to do with shit? Famous has got that fucking track that he made, and that was pretty fire.
Yeah. Actually, okay. So
That was a long
It's
time
still
ago.
wasn't bad.
Himself, man.
Like, I've heard much worse SoundCloud
True.
rappers. Like,
Same.
much,
Yeah, right.
much worse.
With thousands of followers at
Yeah.
that.
I have not delved into that realm. I don't think I can take it.
I
don't-
I don't
See-
think you want to.
The problem with SoundCloud is, if you just click on a track you want to hear or like a podcast or something, eventually you will make your way, because it just randomly takes you to the next thing. You will make your way to a SoundCloud rapper, and you will know when you're there.
Damn.
You know the funniest part of that track is we put that on SoundCloud like 15 years ago, man, before SoundCloud rappers were even a thing. We were some of the first SoundCloud rappers.
You're an OG SoundCloud rapper. Okay.
Yeah, for real.
True
But
pioneers.
I moved on to podcasting.
Damn.
You guys are all out here talking about Marvel, and I'm over here like Game of Thrones tomorrow?
Oh shit.
You know, we started with a question that we avoided completely and then ended up in Marvel vs. Capcom. Or Marvel
Wait,
vs.
what was
DC
the question we were talking about?
How are your
At
games
this
this week?
Our,
The
our games for the week.
question I asked 20 minutes ago.
I mean, at this point.
It all comes back to the
Yeah.
cock
Oh,
lobster.
yeah.
It
Yes.
throws us off every time.
Hey,
It's-
brother.
He's all present, man.
At this point,
Hey,
I think
I'll
it's the
He
only-
sees you when you're
Try, man.
sleeping.
I don't know, man. All I remember is just struggling with work and then a couple other things that happened. I don't remember much.
Some CAWK LAWBSTA, man.
And CAWK LAWBSTA. I remember
One thing
stuff.
that we've been doing a lot of is the streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think that's when we come together the most at this point, other than the weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys stream?
That's where CAWK LAWBSTA came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Monday and
Oh,
Fridays are
fuck.
Smite days.
You're going to have
and
to
on
hook
Fridays,
us some links so
Yeah,
I can
on
follow you guys.
On Fridays we play with fans. So if we make custom games with random rules and the fans just join in, first come first served. But if we see that there's a large demand, we rotate fans around so that everybody gets a chance to play.
Have you
Mondays are
done
just
Fight Club?
Yeah, so Mondays.
Have you done Fight Club?
fight.
I love Fight Club, but I can't get these guys to do it.
Which one?
Wow, pussies.
Explain to
Rip.
me the rules.
It's assault, no
You
minions.
don't talk about Fight Club. That's the only rule.
Okay, so rules explained. Thank you.
Dead memes dead. That's right. So, it's assault map, 5,000 or 7,000 gold. I don't remember. I think it's 5,000 on console because you can't do 7,000. Let's see. Random
it's just
gods.
1v1s?
No life steal. No HP 5. No med. No healing whatsoever. No soul gem.
Mm-hmm.
But that's life steal anyways. And then you take turns one at a time fighting.
We've
then you
done
have
this.
Your, like, your
We've
your
definitely
turn
done
order.
this.
and then the first team to 10 kills wins.
We've definitely done this.
See, we do.
No,
When I run that with my
Just not on stream.
guys, we do 10 kills, then a tower, and then you keep moving. You just keep it rolling. That way, people get late game builds eventually.
Ooh,
That's
I
pretty
like
nice.
that.
We could. I mean, we've done this before. I don't know why we haven't done it during
What do you
a stream.
mean 10 kills in a tower? You get 10 kills and then like just take a tower?
Then you just throw yourselves. You
Then
throw
you play
yourselves at a
assault.
tower and kill it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
like
think
it. I
we
like
did it. We did it with you, Leaf. You, me, Snore, Dick.
But we may have done it once, Rico, like privately.
No,
but I don't know if we had enough
It
people.
was one of our first streams actually.
Yeah, this was back when we streamed. Like this was before we streamed like weekly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it was in arena, right?
Yeah, it was an
Yeah.
arena.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that used to be the old style. You used to have no minions and you stayed in the circle in arena.
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
done this. We've definitely done this because I remember
we
fighting
have.
like a few of our fans. Yeah.
I think that's
Oh,
where we
fighting
first
in
met
the
Dick.
circle in arena, that'd be busted. Zeus OP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's a fun idea. So yeah, Fridays we usually have fans come in and play with us. Monday is just Smite Day, and Wednesday we play random games. So I think last Wednesday we played Risk of Rain 2, which is a lot of fun. Actually, that's a game that I really like, and I'm really looking forward to them developing further on it.
Yeah, that game is fucking great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's like alpha.
So since you're
Yeah.
go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's like alpha, but it does not feel like alpha. Not at all. It feels like at least a beta build, like a mid-beta build.
Oh, nice. So since you're talking
Yeah.
about random games, what's with the Sonic playthrough?
Literally random.
Yeah, literally
We
literally.
watched
random.
Sonic.
I saw Sonic. I was talking to Richard on Discord one day, and I was just going over Steam, right? Looking at Steam, and I'm like, oh shit, Sega's having a sale, and I see, oh my god, Crazy Taxi for €1, and I scroll down. Yeah, Crazy
hell yeah.
Taxi, because everybody loved Crazy Taxi in the arcades. I see Crazy Taxi and I'm like, oh shit, let's see what else is on sale. And I'm like, dude, there's Sonic Adventure DX for 1.25 euros. And then he just goes like, get it. We're playing it. And I'm like, wait, are you playing it or am I playing it? It's like, no, you're playing it. You have to deal with what I did as a kid, you know? Because
I have some nostalgia for that game.
Yeah, but I never actually played it. I never actually played that game. I only played the original Sonic and Sonic Heroes. And even Sonic Heroes,
Yep,
I only
I
played
also
like the
played
first 3
Heroes.
levels and that's it. I could never get past the first boss or something. I have always been terrible at Sonic games.
I am too.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's not just you.
Like, I will die
Oh my-
in Sonic games a lot more than I die at Dark Souls. Richard can attest to this. We've
God,
already...
I don't want to.
Okay, we've already done all the way up to the last boss of Sonic's story. And, yeah, let's just say it was an uphill battle.
I'm excited to watch the playthrough.
We lost the battle. By the way.
No, don't give it away. But yeah, we stood there for
And also,
20
we
minutes.
spent 2 hours in a fucking level.
Yeah, we did.
Oh
But that's
my
because
God, dude.
that's because wait, no, but that's getting cut out. We're not gonna put the 2 hours to that. It's literally me just going, where the fuck am I going?
There's already been a few moments of that
Yeah.
in the playthrough.
It only gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
It only gets worse.
It gets so much worse. It's terrible.
Because-
I get frustrated by watching it.
Yeah, he gets frustrated, and he makes the same mistakes I do sometimes. Like there was one part in the latest installment, which was where he goes when I literally read out loud, the door doesn't open until nighttime, and then he says, "I guess doors don't work in this world." It's like, dude, it's daytime. It's bad.
I had a stealth vape
bad.
and I had a lungful
Yeah.
and that kind of hurt.
I gotta tell. I mean,
Stealth vape.
it may not be like the playthrough may not be like what everybody would be looking for in our videos, but it's still, I guess, a good way to see who we are besides just 5 minutes of memes.
It's still the two of you yelling at each other over stupid shit.
Mostly Richard yelling at
Oh
me.
my
but
God.
yes.
Just wait.
What are you
until the later
doing?
one. No,
Look,
yeah.
even
Just wait.
when I try, the game just ejects me. There's a part where I am literally running, like I can't, no words. I'm trying to get a loop-de-loop going, and the first time I die because I just fell off because I'm stupid. The second time, I literally tell to Richard, okay, I'm just gonna hold forward. I'm literally just gonna hold forward. I go up, and then the ground just stops, and I just clip straight through the ground and go straight and die. Even when I'm trying, I can't win. It's bad. It's really
Sonic,
bad.
man.
At some point, people were asking me if we were ever gonna do Sonic 06, and I'm just like, look, man, this game was already hard enough. Sonic 06 is a different beast, man. Please.
You guys should just like pick random old games like that and just play through them and watch each other struggle.
Yeah, we want to do something that games that we sort of have a list on. Richard really wants to play Hollow Knight, and I am super down to watch him play Hollow Knight. So,
And I absolutely want to watch that because Hollow Knight's one of my favorite games of all
yeah,
time.
Hollow Knight is super cool, and I really look forward to that. I actually have told him a few times, like, yo, dude, let's do some Hollow Knight, dude. Let's do some. And he's just like, no, man, let's kill Egg Viper. And I'm like, nah, dude, let's just go on Smite. Like, I'm afraid of the Egg Viper.
Yeah.
I'd rather.
You don't want all 140 feet of that Egg Viper inside you, dude.
Dude, I'd rather face off against Dancer of the Boreal Valley at level 5 than to do fucking Egg Viper again. I'd probably beat the Dancer before I beat Egg Viper. Not saying I'm good, I'm just saying that I'd probably try it enough times.
We were on Egg Viper for 20 to 40 minutes, man.
Yeah. And I lost.
Oh my god.
Every single time.
So fucking
But
frustrating.
okay, half of those
fucking
losses were
frustrating, dude.
bullshit. Half of those losses were there was one time that I won and I just clipped straight through the ground again and I lost. It was just like, no, you're staying here.
Rip.
You know it's bad when even the game doesn't want you to win.
I think we're all super happy when he won. I was like, yeah, we did it, and then you just died. And I was like, oh my god.
I died off camera too because it was focused on the cutscene. So bad.
Yeah, it's so bad, dude. Oh my god, fucking Sonic games, dude.
Yeah.
So good.
I mean, eventually we're planning on doing other playthroughs. Like we want to do Overcooked 2 at some point. We have a few videos.
I think we've got 4 hours.
Yeah, we have 4 hours of it, and it's mostly me
Fuck you,
yelling at
Famous.
Dick, who doesn't understand that we
Fuck you,
don't need
Famous.
enough shrimp.
Still haven't
fucking
played
damn
Overcooked
it!
2 with me yet. I bought that motherfucking game
I
forever
know.
ago. I'm like, come on, man, let's play it together. And I got no one to play it with. Although I got 2 controllers now. I can play it with the wife. I didn't
Yeah,
think about that.
Overcooked is a well done game, so you should definitely play it.
Oh
Shut
my
the fuck
God,
up.
Richard! Richard, I know where you live.
Go there and beat the shit out of him for me.
I'm gonna
Rico.
wait until he moves so I know where he lives after he moves.
Oh, Nev, I know you're listening to this right now, laughing your little butt off.
Nev is our in-house Overcooked player.
Dad Joker.
And Dad Joker.
And Dad Joker.
Hunter and...
Yeah, he sounds like a pretty
Oh my
cool dude.
God. Yeah,
He sounds
glad likes
classy.
puns.
She is wonderful.
Oh, she.
Oh, sorry. She.
Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
No.
I guess we should be punished for getting that wrong.
Stop.
All right. Well, you can find me at FamousFreak33.
It's the headlines. Battlegrounds of the Gods shuts down.
Yeah.
We come on. We kill it.
Bocce's last episode confirmed. Couldn't even make it a year.
We'll make the year episode, then call it good.
All right.
We break everything we touch. This would be no different.
Every game, but no, seriously, every
break
game we
everything.
touch breaks.
We break everything. There is a point where even WoW, which is a very well, developed game. Richard at some
Oh
point
my
was
God,
in the
yeah.
middle of nowhere, miles and miles
Yeah.
off map, just glitching through the universe. No idea how he got there. Just swimming, but flying and falling at the same time. And he's just like
How do you swim, fly, and fall all at the same time?
I
break
don't know,
everything!
but it happens.
we break everything.
All right.
Every game
you
we
you
touch
guys
dies.
You played DC Universe, right? Were you on the hero side or villain side?
Oh, okay. I think I had several different characters. I had many different characters, but they were all meme characters.
Yeah.
There was.
Okay.
I didn't do this with Rico.
No.
It was with Mag.
I
With
wish
Mag.
I wish I
He
had
used
been
to
there
play
for
Smite
that,
with us.
but I remember the
But
stories.
it was so beautiful. So we decided to make some, I guess, quote unquote Smurfs. I don't know what to call them, but the light ability came out. The light, I don't know what it's called. The light superpower came out, and it was so busted. Like the damage you can do. So then we
He
all
means
made our
hard
characters
light, the
look
Green
same.
Lantern powers for everybody, by the way.
The Green Lantern power, and I think we were villains, and we all made super short, muscular like professors that
cat
looked
people.
exactly the same. There was no difference between them, and our names were Professor G, Professor A, and Professor Y.
Oh my god.
and we would all just be outside of great spawn points, and we would be killing people like level 15, level 20 as level 3s. We were killing everybody, and we all had the
Hard light was busted as fuck when it came out, though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was, and we had like the same the flirty, what's it called, like the flirty movement set where we do that stupid head bob movement. It was so perfect. Oh my god! Like there was this point where like level 30s had to come to kill us.
So I asked this because I remember it's something I used to do every once in a while just to fuck around with people. In the watchtower, you could actually fly outside of the watchtower and get on the outside of the map.
Oh,
You could?
Yes. So, that portal behind the phase shifter, right, to go between the different zones.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a flyer, you have to go from, because you know how the wings were set up like your two sides, like a cross basically is how it's set up. You'd have to come from one of the ways, cut it, and then go up, and you could go... you'd have to, like, because you know how they had those weird fucking hallways, too, where it was like you go into a hallway and it's just a wall in the middle and you got to walk around it and the exit's on the other side. Well, they put those there so the game has time to load. But if you're a flyer, you could fucking cut it, do that corner, like I said, cutting back there, go to the back part of the watchtower and fly into this hallway and go straight down. And you could actually outspeed the map loading before it loaded up the boundary walls and get to the outside of the watchtower. And then go around trolling people and like challenging them to fights and shit like that when they can't see you. Like you'd go to fight them and you're standing on the outside of the watchtower and they're like looking at you through the window and they can't hit you.
Could you hit them?
No. Because they're technically on the other side of a boundary wall.
Okay, that's still
Shame.
super
But
funny.
one thing I did love doing though is because the lightning, they had that one power where you could summon the storm above you. If you go below them under the floor, you could just summon that cloud and it's right at their actual vision level. So now they're just in a big cloud of smoke, and I'll just spam that.
Oh,
Wow.
You know that actually
Sounds great.
Speaking of casting things out of bounds, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually take a tower down with Sylvanas from the jungle in Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah, same with Rama.
I think Rama got fixed, but I don't know if Sylvanas got fixed. Yeah.
Did he?
So there's a way that you can lob your shot, and then move your cursor up, so that it goes to the tower anyway. And let me tell you, I took down a tower like that, and the people under the tower had no idea what was going on.
They didn't notice. It was the weirdest thing in the world. They saw the turret turn over to him and then immediately go back instantly.
Yeah, because
it was bizarre.
You can't get targeted. So like the turret immediately turns to you and immediately turns back in like a few frames. And so you get a tink, 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 tink every 5 seconds. Oh my god. Eventually you make it and you destroy their tower and you're 5 levels under because you never got any fucking farm. But it was so worth it because you got that tower with only Sylvanas autos.
It was absolutely
Is that from like
hilarious.
their
You
blue
have
buff
that
or
in
something?
one
Yeah,
of
from
your
their blue
videos?
buff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it is in one of the videos.
I
I think it's titular. I think the clip is the titular, like,
it's something
like,
Metal
that's the
Gear-
focus.
Yeah.
Wooden Gear Solid. That's
Yeah,
what it's
Wooden
called.
Gear Solid,
Wooden
that's
Gear
the one.
Solid.
Yeah. That you can see that
Jesus
I do that. 'cause-
Christ, come on. Wooden Gear Solid.
Yeah.
How it works is you begin the auto on the ground in the blue buff, and then you move the cursor right after the lob animation begins to the tower on the other side of the wall, and the auto will go over the wall because it successfully initiated the auto from the ground on the blue buff where it was good, and then finishes the auto on the other side of the wall on the tower.
Yeah. Which is still a valid place for it.
Yes, but yeah.
Exactly, because you can't do that to get it in between. It has to also be a final valid place.
It's a quick flick.
This sounds like a pain in the dick on a fucking controller.
Yeah, so good
Oh,
luck on
sorry.
console.
Yeah, console would be.
That's what it
It would
sounds
be pretty
like.
hard.
Probably nearly impossible.
Unless you have your vertical velocity be really, really fast.
But then you're sitting there like flicking your thumbstick like you're pleasing a woman or something.
Well,
Well, hopefully we'll
Good practice.
play Clash this weekend. We'll report back.
Yeah.
sounds good. I definitely look forward to that.
Depp's never going to be able to do this.
Yeah, if you can pull it off, man. Fucking.
Oh, nice.
Not-
I see what you
get it,
did, bro.
Yep, the single guy. The single.
Oh,
yep,
yeah, I got
okay.
it. The Depp doesn't know how to please a woman joke. I like
It was
it.
subtle. It was subtle. I didn't want to throw it in his face. All right.
Follow up by throwing
So-
it in his face.
So, after an hour and a half of rambling, we do got some little bit of structure here.
Uh-huh.
We do got
This
our
hour
head
and a half
purgatory
of
to
rambling
talk
was
about.
wonderful, by the way.
It's fun to do.
Our pleasure.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like our Wraithen episode where it just kind of like just went off and just tangents and talked, and that was the episode. And we're like, oh fuck, all right, we're at the end. But it's good.
2 hours.
Those are the best.
But anyways, famous. Nev wasn't here to do the Hat of Purgatory, so you did it instead.
No, she was not. I did do the Hat of Purgatory.
Oh yeah, Depp and Nev's not
But-
here. Hour and a half, nailed it.
Yeah, by the way. Let's see. Depp put hers somewhere. She posted a pic. She went like 7-3 or something like that with hers. I can't find the picture. But I did it
She
as
put
well.
it in our,
I did it in a
recording Discord. I'll get it for you real quick.
Did
Yeah,
she?
go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead.
But yeah, there it is.
7-3.
But I did it in a
Count
clash. Yeah, Count Succula. So just so you guys know, BMT boys, our Hat of Purgatory is like pretty much a meme thing that we'll come up with, and then we draw names for one of the co-hosts, and they have to do it.
Oh.
And this week was Baron with all the lifesteal items.
Count
and boots.
Succula? Dude,
Count Succula.
Count Succula.
Beautiful.
it's so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we thought that was a pretty good one. I can't remember who came up with it. But Nev was pretty successful. I was successful as well. I went 9-0.
Oh my god.
They all picked squishies. Yeah, 3 of them were assassins. There was a Serket, a Thor, and a Loki, and they were all just bad at the game. I hate to say it. I think the Loki built a mail renewal first item, like even before boots. I don't know what the fuck he was
Advanced
doing.
strategies.
He was
But yeah.
clearly living in the
Yeah.
future.
Clearly, he knows something we don't.
See, we're here talking about how good like season 2 was, and he's over there talking about how good season 10 is gonna be. You know?
Yeah.
Right? You guys have no idea. Loki gets the craziest buff to his HP bar.
His damage,
just
his
preparing.
damage is it's correlated to how much health he has.
Oh, could you imagine if there's a passive like that?
Oh,
Holy
jeez.
shit.
Amazing.
God.
Oh, and especially if it was Loki's
Yeah.
passive. Ugh.
Impossible to kill.
I'm a Loki main, and that sounds disgusting. No, thank you.
Damn. Count Succula. That sounds like a lot of fun. I think I'd like to try that too.
That sounds pretty fun.
Oh, it was pretty.
The
It's pretty fun. I mean, because you get the heal off the 2, but you don't really get the lifesteal off of it. But there was one time, the Loki had just ulted me. I was under their tower taking tower shots. I think I had like 200 and something health. I ulted, and I had all 4 of them in my ult, and I had them there for like 3 seconds before the Sylvanas finally got stunned. I think by the time the Sylvanas was stunned, I was almost full health.
Yeah.
It was
It's a
hilarious.
fucking Omega suck.
The Omega suck.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
what I was expecting.
And I was getting like 100 health every half a second. It was stupid.
That sounds so enjoyable. And when you close the casket on Sylvanas, how much did that heal you for? Like half of your HP anyway?
Well, I was like 100 HP off from full HP, so I was full by the
Damn.
time he was stunned. And then I hit him with the 3 and the 2. He died. It was just it was a good time.
All right, that sounds good.
Definitely gotta try that.
I don't know if you'd get away with it against like really good players. I mean, I'm sure you could. It's fucking Baron.
Richard likes Baron.
Yeah.
So I thought another name of this after we came up with the other one. It's the Suck to Survive.
The survive.
The suck.
Oh my god. So
taking it a
who's the
little
one that
farther.
comes up with the dad jokes? Is it you? Is it you? Is it everybody in this chat right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Usually it's not Fro.
Oh my god. That's pretty good. Sylvanas full lifesteal. I'm noting that down, dude. I want that. I want that in my life.
So you guys do this. You guys do this out of purgatory every week. So what do you?
Yeah,
planning
one
to
of
do
us
for the
does.
next week.
We do.
Some of them don't work out
and-
very well.
You gotta do crazy
And-
monkey
Oh
time.
no.
Crazy.
Yeah, we've done
gotta do
shit
crazy
like
monkey time.
what is it? Full shield Kali, because she's got 4
Oh,
arms. She needs
God.
4 shields, one for each hand. Let's see.
A man
A
and his
man
dog.
and his dog in the duo lane. That one was rough. Hades and Cerberus.
Hades and Cerberus.
Oh.
That was rough.
What about the hat on a dog, where you got to build the 4 Lotus Crown, Celestial Legion
The
helms,
4 helmets.
Celestial
and Dynasty Plate, because he's got the little snake head for a tail. Yeah, that was a good one. Real talk, the stoner build was probably one of the most fun, though.
Hercules.
And that's
It
I
was.
think the
Stonefall,
worst one.
Stone of Gaia, Void Stone, and what's the other one?
Stone of
of
Binding.
Stone of
on
Foul,
Geb.
or is that right?
Yeah, all 3 stones, or all 3
All 4
stones in that tree, and then Stone of Gaia.
You know what would have been amazing if Smite still allowed this? When you were able to get more boots, you play someone like Arachne with only boots because of her legs.
You'd need,
That'd be
you'd need 4
hilarious.
pairs.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I miss those days.
I don't know. What was the worst hat? In my opinion, it was either the Wiggle
The
Bros
Wiggle
or Crither.
Bros was the worst.
The Wiggle Bros is
It was
terrible.
awful.
Yorm and Cuckoo in the duo lane, and Cuckoo has to buy what Yorm buys.
Because he's the little brother.
Oh my god, that's cute.
I was sitting there with like 2,800 gold, 3,500 gold, 4K gold in hand. Couldn't fucking spend it because Willow was supporting. He was behind. That one
It
sucked.
was awful. It was really bad.
I don't know. The Crit King Arthur was pretty fucking bad.
Oh my
That was
god.
terrible too. Yeah, Crither. That did not
You
work
know
out
which one
at
used to
all.
work really
I've
well?
got a
Crit tier. Crit tier.
Oh,
I'm
great
not doing
tier.
this again.
Yeah, Crit Tier's
I'm not
nice.
doing
with
this
Hydras,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, with Hydras, it's monstrous. That fat auto.
Dude, you get sort of making you move fast, and Hydra's the man. And
Sort of making you move
I
fast.
forget names, so I just call it as I see it. Yeah, no,
Stone
not
cutting?
that one.
Yeah, sure. Stone.
No, it's
Hasten?
not Stone.
He's thinking Masamune,
No,
I think.
the one that you auto attack and it
Oh,
doesn't
Mas-
slow you down.
Oh,
The
Hasten.
fast,
Hasten.
the
Yeah,
fast,
Hasten.
the fast
Hasten.
sword. The
Yeah,
fast sword.
Hasten.
Fast sword, yeah. So sort of makes you go fast.
Speedy sword.
What he said. The sword of
Speedy
making
sword.
Yeah,
Speedy
exactly.
sword.
Yeah.
So you get speedy sword, you get ability smack, which is Hydra's, and then you get crit. And my man, this guy, you will crit so hard. It is so funny, especially in the last auto. People explode into a fine powder.
I think there's an example 2 or 3 weeks ago in our videos.
They just get launched.
did
in the
a-
stratosphere.
There was an attack speed tier in one of the
Oh.
videos a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
That one was good.
I think
Yeah.
that
Where you
that's
were-
similar.
you were-
Yeah.
You were autoing an Anubis while standing in his his pool, and you were healing more than he was. Because you had an Aussie, you're just like do.
I don't think he had lifesteal.
Oh well, that would be why.
Yeah.
And there was that scuffed Anubis that didn't build lifesteal. Yep.
It was so beautiful.
Crit Hercules.
God. I
ADC
don't know.
Hercules is one of my favorite things to play as well.
ADC Herc is so fun.
Dude, you stun somebody, you auto them once, they explode. Then you look at their friend, you throw the rock, and they explode as well. So good.
You guys are the reason why whenever I see a Hercules in Assault, I pay very close
Oh, yeah.
attention to what he's building. Because I don't want to run into one of you fuckers. With fucking Hydras and Jotuns and Hasten and shit. Full damage Hercs that are good at the game really scare the shit out of me. That's probably my biggest
Yeah,
fear
because
in
all they have to
Smite.
do is hit you with their pluck, and you are just dead because
You're just
you're
done.
in the air,
every
and then
time.
you're stunned, and then you're dead.
Our good friend Dick has a Hercules win rate that's over 20% off the median, and he's definitely one of the best Hercules I've ever
Damn.
seen.
Yeah.
He's in the 60 mid 60% win rate.
Jeez, oh
Just
man.
with that god. The rest of
Yeah.
them,
Sounds
you
like
know.
my Fenrir.
I mean, one of the people that I used to play with, the guy that pretty much taught me how to play Hercules, I always try to say, is Magmodius. He is a friend of ours, for Richard and I. We went to college together, and Magmodius was a streamer for Smitefire at the time, and he actually went up against the top Hercules in like season 1 or something, and absolutely dominated his shit. And let me tell you that Magmodius's build for Hercules was not getting mitigate wounds until like level 12.
What?
Oh, I believe it.
He was like, I pressed like, I got my abilities because he was like, I was like, yo, dude, how do you play? Because I had just started playing like Smite, and he goes like, okay, so you get this, and I'm like, what about the 3? It heals you, and then he goes like, no, you never touch that until you absolutely need to.
Just FYI, that's level 14 because I do that on quite a few guys.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
He used to do stuff like that. He wouldn't touch the 3rd ability and just absolutely dominate. He actually used something that I like doing, which I missed from the old beats, was the 3-second off cooldown from beats. So you could use it offensively.
yeah.
Dude, that was
I
so
missed
much
that
fun.
too.
You would just cleanse the
Yes, it
CC,
was.
whatever that was stopping you, and just immediately have your ability up as well. Oof. On Hercules, that was just disgusting. Because it was...
That was one of my favorite things
Oh
to do
my
on
God.
Chronos.
Yep.
Bait people in with beads.
I remember when Chronos'
right.
slow was
Go ahead,
covered by
Fro.
the fucking sprint. That was hilarious.
Oh my god, yeah, that was so dumb.
Yeah. All right, sorry.
No, you're good. So this week,
Another
we
10
didn't come up
minutes.
with a Had a Purgatory because we figured we would get one by the end of the episode. And I think we got that earlier
Yep.
with
The Chronos.
HP Chronos.
All right, let's do it.
So
Is
What are the stipulations? Just nothing but health
It's all
items?
nothing but
HP
health
5.
items, and you got to be Chronos.
Has to be HP 5.
and you
yeah,
gotta
it's
use
gotta
your,
be
your
HP 5.
and you gotta
Can't
use
be
your
just
health
HP.
sector.
Yeah.
You gotta use your restoring health.
Nothing.
Only the health.
Only the health?
I think.
Oh,
well, I
and
mean,
thorns,
unless
thorns.
you absolutely
No,
need
no,
to.
no. And thorns. Yep. Restricted to only your
Thorns.
zone 1.
All right.
Yeah, because I mean, you want all the health in the region, right? And then you want to walk into somebody with thorns up so that you can still kill them.
Yeah, so you can bait them with all your health.
Sounds like
That's
you're
smart.
probably going to be a support too, so might as well just take this to the dual lane. Oh, we'll leave it open.
Fuck
Take
that.
it,
I'm
whatever.
doing this shit mid. I'm getting a blink first item, thorn second.
Sounds.
Let's
What
go.
about solo though? You literally can
No,
just
no,
stay in lane
leave,
forever.
leave.
We'll just leave it open for
Yeah, you
any
could go
any
solo.
game.
Leave.
Any game mode.
Consider this. Consider
okay.
this. You have Blink, Thorns, full HP, Chronos. Scylla goes to ult somebody, you blink in there and Thorns. It can't go wrong. It can't go wrong.
Hell yeah. Blink,
Yeah, can.
thorns, take the ult, and then
Yeah,
ult out
exactly.
if you have to.
Do it
Do it again.
Beautiful.
I love it. I'm not even going to pick a name. I'm just going to do this
Okay.
one. This one's on me. Because I've been playing a shit ton of Chronos lately, and this sounds like
I'm
fun.
not gonna lie, sounds fun. I've been playing Chronos too,
I'm not,
or as
Yeah,
well.
you have. We'll
I'm not gonna
probably
lie.
both end up doing
I wanna
it.
tell you guys about why the blink into a Scylla ult came as an idea, because Snort Leaf and I were throwing out ideas of things to do, and one of the things that we decided that would be pretty fun is to have a Hou-Yi be bait, and get Scylla ulted. And then the Hou-Yi goes up in the air so he doesn't get hit, obviously. And then 4 people with thorns and 1 Kuzembo, of course, with thorns and his 2 just blink into the Scylla ult, just so that the Scylla one-shots herself.
Yep, I was the Hou
Has
Yi.
it happened?
No.
Not yet. We haven't tried it.
We need a Scylla to appear first.
It needs to.
Most
With
of the time-
Kukulkan, it's easier.
Yeah, but most of the time we end up just killing Noxes with thorns.
Noxes are
We
cuckoos.
can't get rid of their ability.
Noxus
Those are the
and
people that
Kulkis, yeah.
usually end up one-shotting themselves. Not a lot of Scyllas lately. So we're holding out for that.
Just do it on a Nuwa instead.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of her lately.
I think we tried it on a new one. It didn't one-shot her. Sad.
Well, no, we
No.
did it in an all Kuzembo
You
game.
ended up killing her once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a Kuzembo
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's what it was. The 5 Kuzembos in Infinite Assault. You just
Yep.
like chased her down. She was at her Phoenix line. You're like, stop attacking her, stop, leave her alone. And she ulted, use your thorns.
yeah.
You see, it's a matter of principle.
Mm-hmm.
You can kill them normally, or you can make them kill themselves.
Exactly.
You gotta be evil. You gotta be evil when doing these things.
What?
Make them want to
You
quit.
just need to
true.
do
Don't make them
a
lose.
Kuzembo Thorns kill themselves montage.
Oh man.
Oh, if we had the footage, if we had it, that would totally.
You know what was
we
it?
have some
Start
Kuzembo
working.
Yeah.
thorns this time.
You should
There's
just do
salt and
Infinite
pepper
Assault
through everything.
with five Kuzembos, Mystical Mail, and Thorns, and just run.
You
at
could
them and make them
expand
kill
upon it
themselves.
and just do thorn kills.
Well, I mean-
just thorn kills montage.
Oh my god.
That would be doable.
Make another thorns video.
You know what was a really good bug that Smite had, and they took it out because it was game breaking. if two nemesis, you remember old Runeforge Hammer had the reflect damage passive.
Oh yeah.
If two nemesis had their shield and Runeforge Hammer, whichever one hit first exploded. From full health.
Yeah.
From full health to 0.
Literally instant.
Instantly.
Instant death.
The bouncing would just be back and forth infinitely and infinitely fast. You would immediately explode. It was so much fun. There was one day Richard told me about it, and so I went with him in an arena just to match by ourselves. He autoed me and then he just exploded.
I forgot which. I know it's in a video. I just don't know where it is anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if we actually put it in a video, but that was a long time ago. That was
it's in a video. Yeah. It's in the video.
Oh, okay.
It's in the video, but it's an old video.
Yeah,
I have no idea where it is.
Really
it's lost at the time.
Damn.
Well, all right.
Good luck on the Hat of Purgatory.
That covers our Hat of Purgatory this week.
Yeah. Well, and I'll throw it out there since we kind of got talking about BMT ideas. No, I haven't been able to do it, but if you guys think it's a good idea and you think you can get it, Heartseeker procs on Arachneal, and with the new buff, I figured out a build that could do the damage to one-shot people with her ult,
An
but I haven't been able to
Arachne
do it yet.
one-shot.
We
do
have
not done those
Yeah,
yet.
with the alt. Well, you'd have to go at least trans. I mean, you can go Jotuns or Brawlers, whichever one. Titan's Bane, Heartseeker, and then I think I threw in a Stone Cutting and a Bloodforge just for all that power. And I was one-shotting the bots in jungle practice. I think, and the power, I think it ended up being like, it hit for like 2,300 and change. So you could one-shot
I guess we know
squishies
what
with
we're
no
doing.
Dude,
health.
get a Fafnir and a Morrigan and get an ally with a
And
Void
Fafnir.
Shield.
Well,
And
that's always the fallback. If we need more power, bring in
Bring in
Fafnir.
Fafnir with
Yep.
Belt of Frenzy.
That would
That's
work.
it. Like when you are at the threshold, those are the two things you need. Period.
Yeah,
because
honestly,
you got to account for the fact
That'd
that
be gorgeous.
they're going to have an
Don't
ally
forget
with
a Discordia.
sovereignty, and they're going to have allies with their own items themselves. So like you always want to overkill as much as possible. So like the Fafnirs, the Belt of Frenzies, like get it all in there.
Yeah, one time we tried to get a Cupid one shot, and I almost got a Cupid one shot, but since I think it was Dick didn't build full damage, we weren't able to one shot the what's her face, purple.
He didn't get that. He didn't get that
flying girl.
last. He didn't get that last
Discordia.
item proc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't get full damage, so that the what's it called, the soul gem didn't apply the full damage, so we weren't able to kill. It was like 95% of her health gone. Very sad.
Yeah.
Rip. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if done right, an Arachneal would one-shot a squishy with no health.
I'm down to try.
I mean,
that.
I'm pretty sure.
sure.
If we one shot with Gebel, I'm pretty sure we can one shot with Arachne.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I just think that'd be so hilarious. Because I've played her a few times in Clash, but I just can't get it off. I want to see like 2 or 3 squishies all just grouped up and you kill them all with an Arachneal and then laugh
Oh
on
my
your
God,
way
You
out.
have a Fafnir too.
Oh, that'd be so hilarious. Yeah.
All right, boys. We need to move on to the next section here real quick. We need to talk about our community corner, which we are not doing this week. We decided to extend last week's into next episode, so it can be a bit more of a fan episode. But we do have our AMA that we're doing for next episode as well. We got that channel posted in our Discord. Feel free to go in there and ask us whatever you guys want.
Whatever. So it's an actual AMA.
Anything you want.
hell yeah.
We will answer any questions.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Just don't ask anything about Nev's identity or where she
Yeah,
lives.
That's the only one that will not be answered.
Those won't get
I
answered.
mean, that's obvious. Usually the first question that comes to mind is how big
I'm
is your
not
dick?
scared.
But I guess I'll save it for the AMA. Is it like a...
Well, if it's fro, it's 3 inches.
It's like 6.5 on a good day.
Depends if the hair's up or not.
I'm at 5 3/4.
Depends on what role the girlfriend's playing for me, you know?
Okay,
wait, does she have
True
the dick
question,
or do
is
I
there
have the
something
dick
in my
today?
ass?
Like,
Exactly. Somebody understands me.
And again, we
we
devolve.
devolve back into dicks. I mean, that's
Yep.
just normal.
Always.
It's always.
Perfect timing. Save 10% at adamandeve.com. Use code BOTG.
What?
No, just kidding. We wish.
We wish.
At least I do.
Oh, super cute.
If you don't know where the joke comes from, the Xbox have a team in the Exilium casuals, their team name is BotG Girthworms.
Girthworm.
We're trying to get them sponsored.
Girthworms.
Yep.
Big-
Our team's the
That's
Girthworms.
amazing. That's such a good name.
So we want to get them
Pornhub, Adam and
sponsorship.
Eve. None of them have gotten back to me. I'm trying.
The Girthworm.
The Girthworm.
Girthworms.
Well, yeah. So we do got our AMA for our next episode, which would be the 1 year birthday anniversary episode, whatever you guys want to call it.
Congratulations.
So
Yeah,
thank you.
It's bad luck.
Oh,
it's bad luck
thank
to
you.
congratulate before it happens. At least here in Germany, you're supposed to wait until
Uh-oh.
that day or afterwards to congratulate.
Well, we're
All
not
right,
in
then
Germany.
take it back.
so-
Take it back.
No, he's not in Germany.
true.
It's
No.
fine if he does it. It's not fine if I do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
good. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, total sense.
Oh my god.
Fucking A.
Well,
Well, any of you boys have any questions before we get out this bitch? Because I can't lie. I have a couple I want to ask because I'm a huge fan.
I don't have any personally.
honestly,
Okay,
we've covered a
well-
lot of them for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know, but there's one thing I wanted to. Have you guys ever been to HRX?
Oh.
Leave
You guys
that.
haven't.
I have.
Have you? Okay. You guys ever gonna go?
I would like to this year.
I don't know about this
We're-
year.
Hell
but
yeah.
It's planned
dope
to
to see
someday
ya.
happen.
Yes.
I do have family in Georgia, so I might end up passing by
there you
one
go.
day, just one of the days that it's there. So I don't know. It's right now. I don't know. I have no idea, but it's something that we might do at some point, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to go. So, I mean, it'd be great to go.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be a
mean-
fun HRX.
Oh yeah.
Wait, one of the things that I want is at least to see if some fans can pick Richard and I out of a crowd simply because of the autistic screeching we make when we talk to each other
No.
and the laughter. So because nobody knows what we look like, and that's fine. But if anybody can pick us out of a crowd and be like, "Are you the guys?" Yes, that would make me
No.
so happy. I would be so fucking hard. I think I would be
All
so erect.
Well, keep it a secret, and when I'm there this year, if you make it, I'll have my ears open.
Ears peeled.
all you gotta do is listen for what cream.
Yeah, I just heard a Cabrakan one
You know
shot of
what
Neath
we-
over there, guys.
That's a good indicator. Actually, we were there is something in Germany, in West Germany called Gamescom, which is one of the largest conventions for comics and games and shit. And they have Hi-Res has a Hi-Res party, and one thing that happened was that they set up Smurfs for people to play with mouse and keyboard with like these really nice gaming sets. And so we see that there are spots open, and Richard and I sit down, and I have to play ADC Herc. He has to play Cabrakan full damage, and we just stomp people, and we're laughing our asses off. We're screaming and shit, and people are just looking at us weird. Eventually, we kind of take the hint that maybe we shouldn't be so loud. We just get some beer, and I ended up meeting up with Duke Sloth, and we
Well,
just
I mean, the
ended
gin
up-
and tonic
nice.
certainly help, man.
the gin, yeah. We ended up hanging out with Duke Sloth that day. It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
We
it
had
was
Duke
fantastic.
Sloth on a couple weeks ago. He's wonderful.
yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Such
he's
a nice
wonderful.
guy.
He's a wonderful lad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I've
awesome.
hung out with him a few times since sometimes I have to go. Since I travel Germany a lot for work, sometimes I end up being in the same region, and I just shoot him a message. Hey, dude, you want to meet up? Get Chinese or something?
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
not anymore.
Not
Not anymore.
anymore.
I caught him before he left, but yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
I caught
good.
him before he left like a few months ago. We had some really delicious Chinese
he's-
food. Oh man,
Hell
He's
yeah.
good
Yeah.
people.
definitely,
He's good people.
definitely.
I still cracks me up every time, like thinking back how I actually like met him for the first time.
How?
Like I've already explained this on the podcast, but I'll tell you guys. Famous and I are at HRX. We're hanging out with the VD2 people, the SideQuest Arcade people, and I'm talking to this one Happiness Brian, and he's just like randomly, he's like, "Hey, have you met Duke yet?" And I'm like, "Nah, I haven't seen him yet." And everyone's kind of in a bit of a circle, and he's like, "Oh, well, he's right here," and pointed to the dude standing right next
He
to
was
him.
standing
And I'm like-
right next to me.
Oh, Duke, what's up?
One thing that I told him that I'm gonna say here right now.
amazing.
I looked at him and I'm like, when I first met him, I was like, "You're way taller than I thought."
He didn't have his glasses on, and because he normally does for his videos, because obviously he's reading on his monitor. Makes sense now, the reading glasses. And he's, like you said, way taller than I expected.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
so I'm like, A, I wasn't looking up, so I didn't see your face.
Yeah.
And B, I didn't recognize you once I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, see, when I was at HRX, I think it was 2 years ago when I went, and I did go and do the brief, handshake and meet with Incon. And one thing about the time was that my wife was 4 months pregnant, and she was there with me, and she would watch a lot of Incon's streams and YouTube videos, and especially during morning sickness. Right. So when I was meeting him, this is when I began to realize my sense of humor was becoming corrupted from these guys, because I was like 6 months or so after I joined them, and I asked him, I was like, you've probably helped my wife more with her pregnancy than I have. Is it okay if I put you on the birth certificate? And he just stared at me. He just was like blank stare. Okay, handshake. Let's get a selfie. And like it was completely like I felt so fucking awkward.
he was not expecting that.
That's amazing.
Nailed it.
Speaking
That's
of
hysterical.
That's how I felt.
speaking
Yeah.
of shit, Leaf,
That's how I felt giving Hindu our
What did you
present.
give him?
Leaf, you gotta
Oh.
tell the story about about BK or wherever it was.
Oh, at Burger King. This was just last night. That is the first time I think maybe even any of us, at least in public places. Like I was out, I went to Lowe's. There was this asshole guy with about a dishwasher, and he didn't want to install it for us or whatever. So like my wife and I, it's like 9 or 9:30 at night, and we're like, she's pissy because she's getting to bed late, and we wasted our time, and we just stopped by a Burger King, and she sends me in, and I was wearing a Juggernauts shirt, like from the old E United Invitational, I think it was, like last year or the year before. Yeah, so I was wearing the Juggernauts shirt, and somebody, like, she recognized it, she liked it. And she said that her and her boyfriend watched it a lot, and she watched it as well. And then so like I was like, oh well, give him my IGN. Like, there's not many people I've met in the area that play. Like, let's like totally meet up and play some games or something. And so I gave it to her. She recognized my name, and she recognized BMT when she asked where it was from. And she said that she was literally watching our stream earlier this afternoon before work, and it absolutely blew my mind.
Isn't that the dopest
It
feeling?
is so odd.
We had
a fan. This is so
another
ironic.
Burger King story.
Yeah, dude. We had a fan go through a Burger King listening to one of our episodes, like through his car speakers. The dude working in the drive-thru recognized the podcast and hooked the fan up with.
What?
Is that crazy?
Yeah, dude. Like, so dope. That's the greatest.
It's surreal.
Holy
That's
shit,
insane.
dude.
Yeah, it really is.
That's
It was
beautiful.
even crazier for us too, because we were a quarter of the size we are now. Not that we're like super huge
Yeah.
or anything, but
Right.
It was still pretty early in the podcast life.
Dude, that's
Yes,
insane.
that's really rare then. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
and by the way, we still have no idea who the
Yeah,
Burger
really
King
rare.
is.
Yeah,
Let
if
us
somebody
know.
is the Burger
Yeah,
King
so if
guy,
you're still
let us
listening,
know.
Burger King, I got a care package right here. Like, I'm
Dude,
waiting to send
Mag
you.
actually got recognized when we started the channel as well. Because before it was like Snort, Leaf, and Dick, and it was just Mag, Richard, and I. And Mag would be the one streaming for us when we started, and we had like, I don't know, 500 subscribers, like no one, right? Like no one XD compared to what we have now or what other people have. And it was amazing because he went to get breakfast in the university, and he told me that the person giving him the I don't know, the salad bowl that he ordered was actually a fan that recognized him from the streams.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the few
Oh, that's
500
awesome.
people that were with us at the beginning was actually in the same university as all three of us.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Freaking
so
awesome.
fucking weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So thank you, whoever you are.
I hear that. Right?
Yeah. I still have yet to be recognized by anybody, but I don't think I'd get recognized in my daily life. I don't think we have too many German fans. I know we have 2 or 3 at least because I've spoken to a few of them. But as a matter of fact, I think some of our bigger fan base is American, so it's going to be difficult to meet them, I suppose. With a few Russians.
Yeah, I don't think I've met anybody IRL anything. I've been recognized a couple times in game, But I also got
We did our HRX.
I got that big glowing fucking thing sitting above my head. Be like, hey, this guy, when I'm in game. So.
Well, there's that one kid at HRX. That was pretty cool. We're sitting there watching the games, sitting in the same spot for like 3 or 4 hours. The same kid that's been sitting behind me the whole time finally taps me on the shoulder. Hey, are you famous with the BotG podcast? I'm like, yeah. Dude, so cool to meet you.
Oh,
and then he
man.
like just got up and disappeared.
It's awesome.
Vanished.
I think he was
Vanished without a
nervous because I was
trace.
like, go say hi to Fro. He's right here. Yeah. So whoever you were, hey.
I'm still waiting for that hug, dude.
Yeah, right?
Give me that hug.
Give it here, boy.
I guess we do got Big Rick too. So there's an emote in our Discord that's literally just a middle finger, but the middle finger, the hand doing the middle finger, and it spells out "fuck you, fro." And one of our friends, friends, whatever, fan now friend, yeah, fan now friend. He printed off that emo on a piece of paper, and we said we'd meet him up. We're like, oh, we'll meet you at this table, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there looking on my phone, like waiting for him to respond or anything like that. Cause it's a pretty big place. And, I look up and here's this guy walking up with that emote, just fuck you, fro. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. That's the guy.
Now you know what to do, Leaf. If we ever meet up, you gotta get the baby, the Gachi baby.
The Bab.
Oh yeah.
The Gachi baby. Yeah.
I doubt if we do meet up. Like, I don't know, that would be kind of hard
I mean, I already know what.
to
We
have her
already
there.
know the Gachi baby. Paste it on your shirt.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Also, really
I thought you
important-
meant my actual
Yeah.
daughter.
Oh, she'd be cute to meet too.
It's just me 2.0
It's you 2.0.
and a baby cries more.
I don't know who cries
And
more.
a baby.
And a Bab.
Let's be honest.
Oh my god.
Nah, it'd be pretty easy for us to meet up. I already know what you look like,
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be very easy.
so I can just sneak up behind
Just
you.
gotta find the biggest dweeb in the house.
And yeah,
And stick your thumb in my ass.
stick a thumb in your.
Don't forget a gummy bear.
Yeah, the gummy bear with vodka.
walking up to random people, putting their finger under their nose. Are you Poseidon? Are you Poseidon?
Yeah, you can tell who Leaf is if you stick your finger in everybody's ass and you get a moan out of it. That'll be Leaf. No, you know what? Scratch that.
or just smell his
Yeah.
fingers.
No, scratch that. You won't be able to put
Oh
in
my
his finger
God.
up his ass because there's already a butt plug in there. Like,
Yeah. One of those heart butt plugs or a furry tail.
yeah, with a furry tail.
Oh, so just a nice pat on the crack
Dude,
and look for
actually,
the
that was
gotcha.
one of the first
God.
things that we talked about when we met up. So Leaf is also a fan turned like part of it, right? And
Yeah.
and when we first started playing with him, we were talking about butt plugs, and I was just like, dude, do you know? Like, I was telling Richard, like, dude, Richard, do you know about these butt plugs, right, with tails? I was like, I asked generally if you had to get a butt plug, would you get one with or without the tail? And Leaf goes like, what do you mean? I already.
Oh,
It just cuts off right there, and we just knew this is our guy.
No, yeah, of course we were dying, and then we were like, wait, are you serious?
No, that.
it's more silence.
Is this a true
Oh
story?
yeah, it's in a video.
social.
It's in a video.
Homeschoolers are social.
It's in the Kamazats one.
It's in
Kamazats.
Yeah.
It's in Kamazats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's one of my favorite moments.
What cream?
I was so confused. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking
We
about.
were absolutely.
All right,
just-
so what actual cream are you talking about?
First off, he referred to ice cream. He was referring to ice cream as cream because I guess that's something Belgian people do. It's fucking dumb.
The disdain in his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so apparently he's referring to ice cream, which I thought he was talking about body cream or rectal cream or something else. And then
Of
he's
course
like,
you were thinking about
"Yeah,
rectal cream.
Body cream or rectal cream?
Technically a body cream.
Of course rectal cream.
Technically a body cream.
Oh god.
And I was trying to listen to this.
Okay.
And I was trying to listen to this beautiful song by Justin RPG, and he's fucking interrupting me, and I was being dismissive anyways. And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, and then it just continued as you saw in the video.
Oh, it's so good. I laughed so hard through that whole thing.
I'm surprised we didn't die of laughter, and I was I'm so surprised he didn't die.
I was legitimately flabbergasted. Like those were genuine emotions. Like I was not playing it up.
No, it's something that people should know, because some people criticize us sometimes about overstating emotions. Everything in those videos is real. That's exactly how we are in real life, regardless. Richard and I will.
Like gay Yoda?
Absolutely. No.
Yes.
Okay, no. You think I joke. Richard and I have walked down the street having conversations as Ratatoskr, Gay Yoda, and Cabrakan. We are literally writing
fuck yeah.
episodes for a drama series where Cabrakan's the main character in high school. Cabrakan's the main character who is trying to get... The goal of the high school is... The goal of the show is for Cabrakan to do two things. One, go to prom with Jingwei, who's his Jingbei. And two, for him to lose Ratatoskr. And Ratatoskr is obsessed with Cabrakan. Ratatoskr thinks that Cabrakan's his best friend. And Ratatoskr is this eldritch...
Ratatoskr is in love with Cabrakan.
Yeah, and
not sexually. He's just
in love with completely
him.
infatuated.
It's a tsundere
and
thing.
he's an absolute eldritch
it's
abomination.
not tsundere, it's in love.
He's an abomination. Like, he is a glitch in the universe. He does the most horrible things, like out of perspective. Like, somebody bullies Cabrakan, and then that person just doesn't exist anymore. But no one remembers them except Cabrakan. And
So,
yeah.
are drugs legal where you're from?
Where I'm from or where I'm at?
Yeah, actually.
Either or.
Where I'm from, I don't know.
I'm just trying to get a better
Where I'm
understanding
from,
here.
it doesn't matter what's illegal. You still do it. And where I'm at,
I mean,
yeah, well, no, they're not legal, and I'm just naturally this way. I'm naturally stupid.
yeah.
We're
Alright,
not
okay,
high. We're not high. We're literally retarded.
Yeah.
There's no. We don't need augmentation.
Yeah, I mean, could you?
Like I
could
said,
you
just trying to get a
imagine?
better understanding here.
I
For
mean,
the people. For the
I mean-
fans.
Yeah. I mean, drugs are legal where I live, but like I don't need to be worse. Like,
We need some way of still being manageable, right?
yeah. God damn. Like, oh, fuck. I remember it was a very bad idea, by the way. I ate like 2 or 3 weed brownies, so that was a very bad idea.
Oh my god.
And I don't know how to describe it, but I was
boy.
dreaming while awake. It wasn't hallucinating. I was dreaming while awake.
Yeah.
I think they just call that a daydream.
I guess it could be because I mean apparently no. Apparently daydreams were actually like dreams.
I'm sorry. I just
actually
imagine Richard thinking he invented something completely new. Guys, have you ever? Guys, have you ever?
I don't know how to
It was
describe it.
daytime. I was
Because-
awake and I
because
was
I-
dreaming.
Because I blanked out for like 10 minutes and then I asked my friend, like, did I just narrate like 5 minutes of like as Morgan Freeman talking about Kenyan children?
Kenyan children?
To quote the hip kids
Yeah.
nowadays, I think they just call that zoning out.
But zoning out, you're not talking. I was talking about Kenyan children as Morgan Freeman for 10 minutes. You can't be zoned out for 10
That
minutes.
sounds like some good weed
You hit that
brownies.
shit hard.
Dude, it was horrible. It was horrible, man. I was sweating bullets. God. That was a terrible experience. Awful.
Yeah, so you don't want us on drugs.
I think we need to get the fuck out of here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's hope Morgan Freeman never hears this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if we don't eventually.
We'll be here all day. Well, how about you actually do let everybody know where we can find you guys?
We have a Twitter. It's at Brutal Magllini time, if you can spell it. We have the YouTube channel. We have a Twitch. Please come to Twitch and watch us stream. And especially come during Fridays, because Fridays is when we play with the people in chat. If you are on PC, we do have cross-play enabled, and we play in EU. So if you can play with PC and you want to play with us, please do. We'd love to have more people join us.
And the times are 3 p.m. EST and was it 9 p.m. UTC
Yes.
+1?
German time.
No, yeah, it's... Oh, right, yeah, now we're an hour ahead.
I'm not going to lie. One of these weeks, I'm definitely going to have to fucking play a couple
Do
games
it.
with you guys.
Do it. It'd be great.
Get in
Yeah.
here, dude.
Send me a message on Discord. We'll add you to the chat.
Well, I'm only account level 22 on Xbox though.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it
perfect.
doesn't matter. We do customs.
That's perfect.
It's fine.
No, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
No, the whole thing. The whole
time
thing
to
is
get some
it's not that we
footage.
grab a fan and we play with them through a normal game. No, it's us versus fans with fans. Full on dicks out, hard-ons, ejaculating everywhere. Everybody's getting
Oh my
No
God.
ages.
no ages. Ages are
No
illegal.
ages, especially no ages.
Because I mean, our fans know our disdain for ages. Sometimes the person who gets ages gets killed by their own team. That's
You get into a BMT custom game and buy an Aegis. I don't know what you're doing there in the first place.
It's disgusting.
You're not a fan.
It sickens me.
Yeah.
There's only 3 relics that matter: teleport, blink, and thorn.
exactly.
And Frenzy.
Yeah.
And frenzy.
You're damn right.
Oh, I forgot Frenzy.
And Frenzy.
I
That's
forgot
good.
Frenzy.
Yeah, so Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Come play with us.
Yes. Definitely go check these guys out. I've been watching Smite and Smite YouTube content for 6+ years now. If these guys are the best on YouTube. If you don't know who these guys are and you're not watching them, you're missing some of the best Smite content out there.
I'm gonna
Thanks,
All
man.
I'm
there
gonna
is to
fucking
it.
cry, dude.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
Oh, you're good.
That's honestly that
Just
means
saying.
way too much for us.
Yeah, that means a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Your content's great.
Like BMT, Punk Tuck, Duke Sloth.
Thanks,
The boys.
Those are the pinnacles.
dude.
The big boys.
Yeah,
The
the
thick-
big
the
big
thick
dogs.
The thick dicks.
All right, famous.
Oh, Willow. No, Willow first because I want to hear his new branding.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
Willow. Tell the people.
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and wait, I'm not on YouTube. Oh shit, I fucked it up already.
Good job.
What?
You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, in the Discord, and on PSN, all at Willow1771.
No more
Congratulations.
underscore.
No more underscore for this guy.
Good
I've
job.
got the branding down pat.
Nice.
And I'm Famous Freak, like every other week. Go ahead, Fro.
And you can find me at, Twitter, Discord, PSN at fro_double_G. Or you can find me on the Xbox at depvea 1771 EST. All right,
real.
just to let you guys know, that's a combination of Dep, Nev, Famous Freak, and Willow's gamer tag. I combined all 4 of
nice.
them for my Xbox.
That's so cute. That's
Awesome.
so cute.
That's a,
He's the biggest fanboy.
I'm the biggest
True.
fanboy. Nailed it.
Should just get those names tattooed on your dick.
I think the words are too long for his dick.
No.
yeah, it's not gonna fit.
One
man.
day I'm gonna tattoo BMT on my dick, and when I get an erection, it actually spells out the full thing.
Oh, that's an
Oh
awesome
my
idea.
Hell yeah.
So like the letters are really thin at first, and then as it expands, it actually like has the full like correct font
No,
size.
it just folds. It just folds. Like the skin just
Right.
folds in a way that only the B, the M, and the T are visible. And once you get erect, those folds
Oh,
come out,
God.
and then you just have the full brutal Magllini time. Well,
That's actually quite brilliant, man.
yeah.
And then on the other side, it says subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like this is great.
And our
Hit
Twitch
that
link on your
notification
balls.
bell.
and then yeah, on the nuts it'll say hit the notification bell.
Hit that bell.
Oh no,
It'd be
please!
nuts not to.
Oh. It would be hard not to.
You would be
All right,
nuts
famous.
not to.
Yeah, not to. Yeah.
All right, famous. You want to drop all the
That's me.
official BOTG?
Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. We're giving out some skins. I'm giving them out. Well, no, that's gonna be over by the time this comes out.
Fro's giving out skins.
NCS, thanks for all the outro tracks. Wild Monkey Design, thanks for the logo. Willow, go fuck yourself for not taking their
Wild Monkey
offer.
Design for
I'm
all
still
your design
fulfilling that
needs.
contract. And that'll about do it. And go fucking watch BMT right now.
Watch them.
Literally, the second this episode's over, go do it. I don't care what you're doing. Working, jacking
you can
off,
jack
I don't
off
care.
and watch the videos. We made it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
how that's
it's
yeah.
that arousing.
Exactly.
It's encouraged.
That's how I usually do it.
That's how you usually edit.
It's encouraged.
I mean, there's a sound effect they use, and it'll help you get the job done. I promise. That splat. That's squish.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. There we go.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Baby boy, watch that ass. Stupid shit like that won't fucking sell. You might be the lead singer for Alvin Risk.